Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and today we're playing the fall of the House Gormengeist. Hello everybody, hello. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? We should be all good, right? Hello, welcome to this live stream. Hello to you watching later. Thanks to these people for supporting the channel. Just to be clear, full disclosure, this was not provided by the publisher for free. I backed it on crowdfunding. Got it with my KeyForge Winds of Exchange pledge. It is the third and latest, at the time of this stream, the latest solo slash co-op adventure for KeyForge. It's part of the KeyForge Adventure series. This one's published by Ghost Galaxy. So we're playing it thanks to the support from these people. Not the support from these people, just to be clear. Okay? But yeah, thank you. And thank you to all 18,000 plus subscribers. Thanks for subscribing for the channel. And thanks to all 15 of you who have already clicked the like button. Much appreciated. Thank you. So today we're going to play through this adventure. I'm going to explain how it works. This one, they actually, okay, for the board gamers that watch this channel, they have like in the rules, like a couple pages of story, like setting the scene and the history of this and why we're going to this dark, mysterious mansion, and even has like an epilogue and a win or lose kind of little story to read out and stuff. I'm not going to read the full thing, but it's in a PDF online in the rules, but they actually put some time into this, so you could tell, like, I don't know if this one was created. I feel like this one was created maybe by Ghost Galaxy, or I don't know if it's by FFG before they sold it to Ghost Galaxy and they just finished it up or what. I don't know. Um, I'm sure in the credits of the PDF we can find out. But they definitely brought some people from the board game department over to kind of like add more flavor and fluff and setting and stuff. But they still had it in the other ones. Like we already played on the channel. You can check the playlist down in the video description. We last week played through the first two co-op scenarios, the Rise of the Keyraken, which had a story behind it, and then the second one, the Abyssal Conspiracy, which was about how the Keyraken, I think, got out, or trying to seal whatever is holding it in there. What I don't know what the hell it was all about, but there's a story behind it, like a little cute story. They put some work into it, trying to build this world. Um, and you know what they probably used actually? They probably used the team that's behind like the RPG of this game where they were trying to build out the world. And I think they have books and stuff too in this world, trying to build out the IP, right? Because when people get into an IP, they'll buy things in that IP with that IP on it. So it's good to build out your world, build out your IP. The fans always seem to love it. There's a group of fans that usually gets behind something and gets real deep into it. So it definitely can increase your player base by actually caring about the lore. I personally don't care about the lore really ever. But yeah, I will buy anything that's like got, Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones on it, or Lord of the Rings. I'm just a sucker. I'll pretty much buy anything. So, because that world was built out and I understand it and I know the characters, right? So it makes sense. Hello. So this one, I guess I'll kind of spoil a little bit my thoughts. Usually I'll talk about it during or after, but I know people are going to just ask and only want to know, and you might not want to see spoilers for this one because this one is the most spoilery of all. There's a lot of fun stuff you can discover on your first, second, third, even this will be my like 12th playthrough of this. If that tells you anything, I freaking love this scenario. I love this setup. I love the art. I love what's going on here. I love the hidden stuff. I love the discovery of playing through it blind. I've not seen every card in this scenario on purpose. I don't want to flip them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to know how often I can get a dark essence. I just love the surprise of flipping it over, trying to explore this mansion, getting lost in it, and just discovering, oh, there's an enemy behind there. I thought I might get something good, but instead the game is trolling me. And yes, I've almost wanted to flip my table a few times, but the difficulty, the frustration, the trying to solve the puzzle, and the replayability and variance to it, the randomization, is very clever with just a couple decks of cards. It's my favorite one. And the theme, the like difficulty, I've kind of figured out some of it. Some decks that are like so powerful, like decks I used to win tournaments and crush players back in the day, they just get trounced by this thing. They just get trounced. So it's fun. This goes in line with the other three scenarios, or the other two scenarios, I should say, where this seems to be designed for some decks in your collection that you would have not brought to tournaments and probably didn't have success with. This is perfect for those decks that are collecting dust in your collection, The mediocre decks are the ones I tried like 10 different decks against this scenario, and I was putting them in a loss column and then putting the other ones in a win column. And the ones that were winning were like the generic mediocre kind of decks with some fighting, with some good amber generation. But the decks with like control and board destruction and handle small characters, they don't work that well. It doesn't seem, at least I haven't solved how to make them work, but I was getting punched in the face quite a bit. So I had a lot of decks in the loss column. But I was having so much fun trying to figure out the scenario. I just kept playing, and I was like, one more, one more. And the addiction to KeyForge, if you have a bunch of decks, is you not only will just want to shuffle up the deck you just played to see if you can get the combos to work and the cards to come out and which cards to hold and which houses to call and play at the right time. So you can replay with the same deck. So that's addictive. And the scenario, shuffling it up and playing again, things could be way different, it seems. You can get overwhelmed by creatures instead, or you could just get lost in the mansion struggling and the scenario will just beat the crap out of you. But the addiction of KeyForge, these solo scenarios I'm having the most fun with is like going through my collection of decks, going on decks of KeyForge, sorting by things that I think will matter, putting on filters and constraints and stuff, trying to find the decks in my collection that maybe have the most fighting power, the most amber generation on the cards, you know, like the fastest decks, the most control-y decks, the ones with some location control or artifact control or whatever, and seeing which ones kind of can handle the scenario. And like you need to find a bit of everything, and it's fun picking a few decks and then trying like one deck and seeing how it performs. And yes, in KeyForge, you need to play a deck usually more than a few times to kind of understand the intricacies of the deck and really learn how to drive it. But man, I was having a blast yesterday. I literally played like 10 games in a row. I couldn't stop. I lost track of time. I was like, just next deck, shuffle up the scenario, set it all up, play it again. And I was like, man, that was awesome. I got my butt kicked, but like, I want to try this other deck I think might work. And it's like, nope, back to the drawing board. I go back on decks of KeyForge, start looking through the collection, like reading old cards. Like, do any cards answer what's happening in the scenario, the traits, the strength of the characters, all at the power level and all that stuff? So I think I found a deck that it did win. I only played it once, but it did win. I think it's the deck I'm going to pick today. We'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this one. This is my favorite one so far. They're all great. They're all great. But this one's really cool. And you just have to understand, like, I like the little horror theme to it and the look of it and just how it plays. It is similar from a high level. It is still just a co-op scenario, a solo scenario that has to be compatible with KeyForge, you know, multiplayer competitive. But they eliminate key forging in this one, and yeah, you're not really worried about amber for forging keys. There's another use for amber, but it's cool how they just like still put a twist to it. But overall, still you're just battling against the usual stuff you're used to. There's just some twists on it, which is neat. But it still feels the same. It still feels like the mediocre decks that are maybe focused more on beefy dudes or fighting could be the way. But you still need a bunch of amber in this one. And this scenario likes to steal a lot of amber from you. But we'll go over that. You'll see it in action. We'll do a full playthrough. And we'll talk about the scenario. But how's everyone doing today? Jackal says, this one seems most interesting to me. Any learning curve for noobs who don't even own a deck yet? I don't want to like... it's tough. So I'm kind of lucky. I have like, I don't even know how many KeyForge decks I own. 300? I don't know. 200 and something? Has to be at least 200. Has to be. And I haven't scanned them all in yet. I haven't even scanned them all in. I need to sit down for a day and just scan in all my old decks. I have so many that are unopened, so many that are still in shrink, so many in the collection. Because when I was playing competitively, right, you're on the hunt for the winning decks, like the decks that have the tools in them you need. And I was buying used decks and trading decks and winning decks at tournaments like crazy. Going to lots of sealed events. So like you go to a sealed event that you just pay for 3 decks and you go home with 3 decks, you win, you get another couple decks. Like, yeah, I was just like flooded with decks. I have so many decks from the first and second set. And then, like I said, I probably got like a total of 30-ish decks from all the other sets added together, maybe 40. I don't know. A whole bunch. I have like that whole box of Winds of Exchange. I haven't even opened any decks in there yet, just the side ones. So I can go through a whole database of my decks and kind of pick what I'm looking for. Like, I need so many amber pips on my cards, and I need something that goes really fast with draw, and you know, I need a bunch of characters with a lot of strength, or maybe I'm looking for some control, or maybe I want these 2 cards to be in the deck to combo together, or these 2 houses need to be in the deck. So I can filter and get like, you know, a result of 12 decks to choose from for like my criteria. So it's pretty nutty. I'm sure other people out there are like, man, that's all you have? because I stopped playing the game after the first like year and a half or 2 years or whatever. But there's people who've been playing for the last 3 years that have probably been buying tons of decks from every set. So based on you not owning decks yet, if you're to buy this scenario and you just bought one deck, you just got to try to make it work with that deck. And you can lower the difficulty of this. You can raise the difficulty. So if your deck feels not built for this scenario or doesn't have the tools, you can drop the difficulty a bit, try to find a place where your deck, you know, kind of 50-50s it out or so, and you just kind of solve the puzzle. And you'll get to know the cards in the scenario, you'll get to know the cards in your deck, and you'll just learn and get better. And it's just all of that time, all those hours, if you're willing to do that and get your butt kicked and play this, you know, 5 to 10 times to try to figure it out and see if it's even possible. How many hours of time did you spend enjoying, you know, like a $12 deck of KeyForge and a $25 scenario, like, or whatever it is, a $20, I don't even know what this is. I just added it on my pledge, I have no idea. But, so how many hours you're going to spend doing that if you're enjoying it? What's the value there, right? Like, we buy $50 board games plus and play them like once or have them sit on your shelf forever. So you just got to look at it like that is, if you're having fun with a $12 KeyForge deck, I warn you, and I warn your bank account, I warn your family, it can be addictive to just buy one more deck. And just buy one more deck just to try it again, or go online and start buying people's used decks, or go to a local game store, start trading decks with people. And before you know it, you have a ton of decks and you have a problem, and you're afraid to admit it. But yeah, so just warn you, like, even just playing co-op KeyForge or solo KeyForge, if you're enjoying your time, the chase, just like the chase in a CCG, is still there. Like, if you like buying boxes of booster packs or just buying random booster packs when you stop in a card store or whatever, game store, trying to chase those rares or chase those power cards, the same thing applies to KeyForge. You'll be chasing decks. You'll be buying decks looking for your favorite house combination, or that deck with the certain, what's I gonna call it? With a certain, like, even just like certain cards, certain houses from specific sets. You might be like looking for decks from certain sets. But even the token creature, you might want to find a specific deck with a certain token creature and another house mixed in that you're specifically looking for. So you might want to collect a few decks and trade a few decks and go online and buy some used decks, whatever. Yeah, so just warning you guys that the CCG addiction exists in this game. Okay, so I warn you, I know from experience, I have 2 giant boxes full of decks, and there's no way I'm going to play them all. I mean, I've played most of them at least once, because I used to sit down, I would at least run a deck, and Mel and I, even on old Twitch streams and YouTube streams, we used to sit there and just crack decks and play them against each other and put them to the side and play the next deck, you know, and try out 2 more decks. We used to have fun doing that when KeyForge first launched. But I would play at tournaments between rounds off to the side. I just crack a deck I won, and I would open it up and just play it to see how it goes, you know. And I've played lots against these solo and co-op scenarios, played lots against my daughter, my wife. So probably out of my collection, 30% of the decks maybe haven't been played yet, but when you have hundreds of decks, it's like, that's not too bad. But yeah, just FYI, I've had many hundreds and hundreds of hours playing KeyForge back in the day, but now I'm racking that number up again playing these co-op and solo scenarios, which are pretty good. Pretty good. They're fun. I'm getting my KeyForge fix. So yeah. So just to warn you there. You don't have to get into this game, but I just like showing this stuff because we have a pretty big board gaming co-op solo gaming audience on the channel now, and not so much a KeyForge audience, right? So I like showing these products off because maybe you dabbled with KeyForge and you have like 5 decks in your closet, you know, and you're like, oh, I could buy one of these and play those decks, and it's still a solid game to play. And I don't need to go find a meta or play with people. I can just play with my friend at the kitchen table without having to battle them. We can now work together with our KeyForge decks. Okay, maybe they'll get some play that maybe your friend didn't like that you kept punching them in the face with an amazing deck. Now you can work together and turn your anger towards the scenario. So that's could be a good thing for you, right? Okay, let's talk about it. So this is KeyForge Adventures Fall of the House Gormengeist. I would probably not be able to spell that ever if I was on a test. You know, the Gormengeist, whatever that is. Archons become lured by a splendid invitation to the hint of amber in Diremouth. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. So I just blindly added this. I didn't even play any of the KeyForge Adventures, but I like the idea of it. When this was on crowdfunding, I just added it to my Winds of Exchange pledge. This should show up in retail soon. They've put out trailers advertising the new set coming to retail soon. I'm guessing it's like an August/September kind of release of 2023. So stay tuned. This should show up on store shelves at your local game store. It's probably pre-orderable already in the databases and stuff. I think it's even distributed through Amazon, right? Or not Amazon, Asmodee. Asmodee release. Let's see. Let's see if it's on the release calendar. I think they're working with them for retail distribution. Let's see. Is it in here yet? Because sometimes you can kind of find out when stuff's coming because they added to this little page here. Oh yeah, for anyone going to Gen Con, if you want to wait till August 11th, it looks like you'll be able to buy Great Western Trail, New Zealand, and you don't have to buy it there. You can support your local game store. So don't give in to the FOMO. Don't run to that booth. Not worth it. All right. Anyways. Oh, Marvel Champions next Evolution expansion, August 18th. Oh, buddy. Okay. Anyways, so I'll keep scrolling and stop getting distracted, I swear. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's not in here, but it should be. Oh, Descent, Legends of the Dark. Summer. I think that one had a date, though. I think it's like August 25th. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not in here. I thought we'd find KeyForge stuff in here now since it's going through Asmodee again. But published by Ghost Galaxy. But they're still using Asmodee retail channels, is my understanding. Yeah, not in here. Sorry, guys. I thought I could find a date and be sneaky and we could learn something today, but you'll learn nothing from me, obviously. All right. Okay. Is Mel happy that you don't have to harass her to play KeyForge? I try not to, but like I want to, and my daughter too. Like I used to be so annoying. Probably we'd be just in there about to watch a show or something. I'm like, I don't want to just sit here and watch TV. Can we play KeyForge? Just one game, please. Please, I have a new deck you'll like. I found a deck that has the creatures in it you like and more of them, like, you know, and it's like, oh, play this one, try this one. But Mel used to play in tournaments. She used to get her own deck she'd win, and she'd become attached to certain decks based on the names, the characters in them, the like Archon art, and just winning with them or whatever, and then she'd like play them at home against me and kick my butt and stuff. Yeah, don't. Come on, Mel, or Yogi, don't sleep on Mel, man. She's like won her own tournaments and stuff in a few different card games over the years. She comes along, she plays some dirty, filthy decks. I teach her how to play dirty. She's still nice and polite. That's the problem. That's like the one thing holding her back from being like a world champion, because she feels bad for the person across the table sometimes. You know, she'll throw sorries out there in a competitive card game match. Yeah, you guys know how she is. But she'll still go with the dirtiest set of cards and like just make the opponent would normally want to like, you know, just quit the game. But the way she's just so polite and friendly, they just take it, and she's just slowly putting the knife in, and they're just like, yeah, this is great. I love this experience. Thanks, Mel. That's a good game. And then they go and cry in their, you know, cry in their hotel room after. But she makes them feel okay about it as she slowly kills them. So yeah, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. I'm not harassing her to play. She likes winning just as much. All right. Anyways, here's the box. Here's the box. KeyForge Adventures. This one comes in a box, not the blister pack thingy. I don't know if that's how it's going to go to retail, but it does have a little panel on it. KeyForge Adventures, unique cooperative game mode where 1 to 3 players work together to overcome a new threat in the Crucible. That's the planet or the world we're in. Each player uses a standard KeyForge deck from their collection to play. Fall of the House Gormengeist is a new scenario where players must explore the mysterious Gormengeist mansion and put an end to a being known as the Amalgamator. Explore the mansion for critical items, aka loot. Survive endless waves of enemies. That's my struggle. My struggle is this little point right here. Beware of the Grim Reaper. He's annoying. And stop the Amalgamator before it's too late. So you're fighting against a couple enemies. A couple main bosses in this one, really. Comes with 24 mansion cards, so that's a whole new type of card in a whole new deck. 25 adventure cards, 9 Archon's Essence cards, so that's basically like the life force of dead Archons. And we're an Archon, like you're an Archon in the game, just FYI. Each deck is its own Archon, and that's you. One Amalgamator card. These are huge cards, so they have the giant cards again in this one. So yeah, it comes with Nightmare cards, I believe, are in here. And the extra cards for playing up to 3 players are in here. I just threw them in the box. But yeah. Yes, I'm more happy to be solo, yes. All right. So we have these giant cards. I'll show them off first, but this is your setup. There's quite a bit more going on in this one with more decks. It's not as big as that locations, the depths and all that stuff from the Abyssal Conspiracy, but there's like an adventure deck like we're used to. There is a battle line we'll have here with the Grim Reaper. He's kind of always annoying you. But there's ways to kind of troll him, but there's ways that he'll come back and be annoying. So he's kind of almost always there. And then we have these mansion cards, which have their own mansion deck, and a spare set of mansion cards that get added at a certain point when we flip one of these. So these have their own, like, these are all dual-sided mansion cards, okay? And they have their own little set symbol thing on here. It's from House Gormengeist, okay? I'll talk more about those mansion cards, but they're sideways. They have their own little row of mansion cards, okay? We do not forge keys. We have Essence, okay? Essence are basically the souls of, you know, other Archons like us who got lured in by this Gormengeist in the mansion and got killed, and it's siphoning the essence. So we're using this essence against it to try to fight it. We just need to find dark essence to basically just defeat this thing by it consuming the wrong kind of essence, basically. So these little essence cards, they take the place of keys, like I said. So when the enemy wants to siphon an essence, it's the same thing on your cards as forging a key. So if you can stop them from forging key or increase the cost, you're stopping them from siphoning essence from you. We start with 3 per player, so we're playing solo, so we have 3 of them. You can find more in the mansion cards, okay? And this is your Gormengeist mansion card we'll look at. But we can find dark essence and add it to our essence pool. But the Grim Reaper will be trying to siphon essence from us to the Amalgamator, and if it ever goes to siphon any essence and we have none to siphon, we lose, okay? But if we can find dark essence, which is hidden on the back of certain cards, and there are multiples like this, so there's like, I don't even know, 2, 3, 4 copies of certain locations. So even though this is an unsolvable puzzle, there is a bunch of cards in there that look like this, and you flip them over and you don't know if it's dark essence or something else. I don't want to spoil anything. We'll kind of see what happens here. But this is dark essence. If you find this, you can take it, but only 1 per player at a time. So if you find another one, you have to flip it back over and you have to try to get it again later. But if the Amalgamator tries to absorb a dark essence and then tries to absorb a second one, and it gets that second one, you win, because it needs to absorb players plus 1 dark essence. So since we're playing 1 player, we need to try to get this thing to choke on 2 dark essences before it tries to absorb or siphon another essence, so we don't have one. So if that makes sense, that's kind of the win and loss battle we're doing here. So there is quite the timer here. You can't just dilly-dally in this one. I haven't tried a deck that like really locks the opponent out from forging keys against this yet. So I don't know how well that works against this scenario, but there is a timer. Like it will get out of control. This thing will destroy you if you dilly-dally. So you need a kind of like a quicker deck. You need to take action. You need to explore the mansion and try to be quick about it and not get lost. And on the back here, I'll just kind of hold it here, is our win and loss little story we read. So that's the Amalgamator. Oh yeah, there's some rules on the Amalgamator. The Grand Stairway, if the Grand Stairway, okay, that's here. The Grand Stairway is right here. And set off to the side is this sealed odium, okay? If either of those 2 are in the mansion, dark essence cannot be drained. So if I get a dark essence, it can't even be taken from me until I explore the Grand Staircase and then unlock this sealed odium guy. I have to get through those 2 cards for the, so you can't kind of like, I don't know, maybe you can rush it a little bit, but there's obviously some stuff you have to build up to be able to get through the Grand Stairway and deal with that. You have to have kind of built yourself up. And once you do that, the game cranks it up to a pretty crazy difficulty. And so you better start getting your dark essence quick. And you can kind of find dark essence, and you know, you can only take 1 at a time, but you can kind of find where they are, hopefully, and then have them ready to take quickly after it takes some from you. But you just can't win this one by finding Dark Essence really fast, because it won't even take it from you until you've achieved a couple, you know, unlocks, basically, and explored. Okay, what else does it tell you on here? Each time a player is drained of essence, attach the essence to the amalgamator. When the amalgamator has a number of dark essence attached to it equal to the number of players plus 1, it is destroyed and the players win the game. Whether you win or lose, at the end of the game, flip this card and read the appropriate conclusion. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we also have this large card, the Gormengeist Mansion. Okay, there's a new symbol here. This means it siphons amber from us at the end of our turn. So for each symbols of these on cards in play, and the Grim Reaper, who we'll talk about shortly, he has a symbol, and this has a symbol. So automatically, this super trolly scenario is already stealing 2 amber from you at the end of your turns every time. Again, we don't need to save up 6 amber to forge keys. We can use amber to flip locations and explore locations sometimes, but sometimes you don't have cards out where you can even spend amber. So sometimes you'll be like, I don't want to fight, and I don't want to reap, because if I reap, that amber just gets stolen from me unless I can spend it somehow. So if there's not a present way to spend the amber, maybe you just don't want to gain amber. So it's like, that's where certain decks that might gain a lot of amber might be bad, because the enemy just steals it back. And if you're not dealing with these cards in play that have this stuff, and there'll always be one, because this is always out. And it even reminds you right here, at the end of your turn, Gormengeist steals 1 amber for each of these symbols in play. Okay? And on the back of here is our little introduction. A mysterious entity, known only as the Amalgamator, has been luring Archons into a trap so it may claim their supernatural essence. You and your companions have entered the Amalgamator's lair, the harrowing Gormengeist Mansion. Intent on discovering the fate of your fellow Archons, you must explore the mansion and discover a way to end the Amalgamator's insidious actions. But beware, an entire army of malicious machines stands in your way. Okay? And those machines are all hiding in here, and some of them are hiding in the mansion, in the deck. Okay? The Grim Reaper. Okay, this guy's annoying. He has some of the coolest art I've ever seen, though. But the Grim Reaper is a creature, a robot, and a specter. If the Grim Reaper leaves the Gormengeist battle line, very specific. When the Grim Reaper leaves the Gormengeist battle line, archive him instead, which means he goes basically back to their hand to be played on the next turn. So this guy will keep coming back if you just defeat him like normal. But there are trolly ways you can purge this guy. You can just send him right back to the archives. Obviously, it would just go to the same place. You could steal this guy to your own archives. But there are ways in the scenario that it will pull this guy back out of play areas and put him back into play. They're rare, but they will happen. You can't control it. You can't keep this guy locked down forever. But even in just taking him out of play for a turn will prevent him from siphoning amber at the end of the turn. And here is the key to the AI creating keys. This guy is the one that actually is the forge key mechanic for the AI. After reaping, if this guy has equal to or greater than the current key cost, so again, you can raise key costs and troll these guys, it spends amber equal to the current key cost, then you drain one of your essence. So if you can get this guy out of play for a turn or exhaust him or whatever, you can stop the AI from spending amber and actually draining your essence. So that's the way you kind of slow it down, by dealing with this guy. But like I said, there are ways he will come back into play, sometimes ready. He will gain elusive and things, like he'll get attachments and become more annoying. So this is like the main boss, basically, you're going to fight. And he only has 6 health and no armor. But you'll see, he like isn't gone for long when you get rid of him usually. Usually. I have some tools that will try to time properly and will mess with this guy. I find you have to mess with him a little bit. So if you have a deck that can't keep getting this guy out of play, the game will be way faster. You're going to lose pretty quick. But you also have a ton of other enemies to deal with. So you might not be able to deal with that guy because there's other threats happening, or other rooms, locked doors, barricades you have to fight and break through in the mansion instead of dealing with the enemies. What else? I guess I should talk about, so there's an, this is the adventure deck. So it's full of, you know, the usual creatures and actions and upgrades and things, and locations or whatever, whatever they're called in this game, artifacts and items and things, okay? There's tons of that stuff, just like you would find in any other of the co-op scenarios. This is like that standard adventure deck. There's a lot of annoying cards in here, but the cool part about this one, when you set it up, you automatically put one of these cards in the discard pile, and it's a specific one. It starts in play in the discard pile, and if you'll notice, it will flip the grand stairway, and then purge this card. So if you're taking too long and you haven't explored the grand stairway, which kind of sets off the second act, where the pressure's on, and then you can start trying to get the Dark Essence Siphon and win before you lose, it really cranks up the pace. If you take too long, the game has this card to automatically do it for you. Once the deck runs out, this gets shuffled back in. At some point, it'll show up, and boom! If you're not ready for it, the game is gonna run away on you. So they put this in the discard pile just to remind you it's there. It's gonna happen. So be ready, okay? So that's in the discard pile. Grim Reaper starts in play. There are 2 mansion cards that start in play already. And these are ways to help get cards off the mansion deck. So this is a room card, the new type of card. This is a symbol that should be face up. On the back of the card, sometimes, you know, there's not a room symbol. So that's how you know it's the back of the card, not the front. So this is, for example, this card is the main way to get cards off the mansion deck. It might be the only way. So Endless Corridors. So you can explore on your turn. It's like a new action. So this one, I can discard 2 cards. You got to pay some cost, right? So discard 2 cards from your hand of any house. If you do, play the top card of the mansion deck, then flip this, okay? So this is a way to get mansion cards off the top of this deck into play to build the mansion up to have other options of places to explore, okay? And when you flip it, there's another way to get cards off the mansion deck, because now you're in the strange passages. But this one is how you spend amber. So if I don't have cards to discard, or I don't want to, I won't get to flip this and get another card in play so that I can spend amber. And you have to have at least 3 or more to lose 3. And then when you do that, you flip this again. So you could do multiple times in the turn. If you have enough amber, enough cards in hand, there's nothing stopping you, I don't think, from exploring multiple times. So you could just kind of build out your mansion if you want, which is neat. So this needs to be in play to start, because this is the main mechanic to get you more mansion cards and explore the mansion, okay? So that starts in play. We also have the Grand Stairway Mansion Room. So this is the front side of it. I'm not going to flip the other side. Hopefully we can see that later in the playthrough, because there is so much fun discovery in this one, and I don't want to ruin it all for you. If we lose and we don't see it all, perfect. It leaves it for you to discover on your own. But yeah, there's so much fun discovery even playing this one and like exploring. It's so cool what you find behind these rooms and how it kind of evolves and stuff. It's neat. But now I've played it like 10 times, literally, I think 10 or 11 times now in the span of 2 days. I've seen quite a bit, so I kind of know what's happening. I know the main flow and how we're going to try to get to victory. But again, we're playing off a random deck, we're playing off a random deck, and another random deck. So 3 random decks got to line up, and we got to make the right decisions and see the right cards. Hopefully we made the right deck choice. I don't know, but it's all I could come up with after a day of researching and planning and trying to solve this scenario. But yeah, so this is the Grand Stairway. This one says explore if you're haunted. Haunted's a new mechanic coming into the game in the next set of KeyForge, I believe. This is, you're basically haunted if you have at least 10 cards in your discard pile. Sometimes you want to be haunted, most of the times you don't. But to explore the second half of the game, you need to be haunted. So if you get through your full deck and shuffle your discard pile back in, and you're less than 10 cards in your discard pile, you're now not haunted anymore. So I've had it where I was playing the game and I wanted to be haunted so I could advance this, but I literally was pitching cards on purpose to my discard and not playing them when I could have, so that I could get to the haunted level quicker, because the game was going to run out and I need to get through the Grand Stairway and get it going. So there's a timing to this. There's like an ebb and flow to the scenario where, like, if you don't time things right, that might be the difference between winning and losing. So it's kind of cool. So another way to spend amber, but once you do this, you're starting the second act of the scenario. Like I said, the difficulty cranks up, the pace cranks up. You better be ready for it. We might be in and out of desperation and maybe crawling to the finish line. We'll see. But that's always in play. Then we have these 4 specific cards set aside. We'll deal with them later, hopefully. These all come into play later. So this is that one that was mentioned on the main card. But then there's a bunch of clocks, okay? These are all going to be annoying. You'll see these later. I don't want to spoil that stuff right now. But those just sit aside until they're told to be brought into play, okay? More mansion rooms, okay? More fun places to explore. Okay, we're going to shuffle this deck. If you see, there's locations that are duplicated, like I said, right? I don't know what's on the back. Even though these 3 are the same, I probably haven't seen the backs of all of them yet, even playing a bunch of times. So we'll see. But there's all different ways to explore these. There's barricades, there's clocks, there's rooms, and there is obstacles, okay? They're all different ways to break through them, explore them, open them, you know, puzzles, locked doors, piles of junk, portals, all different stuff we can explore. And they're all surprises on the back. Some of them will be Dark Essence. That's what we're looking for. Sometimes they're good things for us. Sometimes they're just annoying enemies from what I've seen, or action cards that are going to punish us. Even though we spend a freaking cost to do it and we're ignoring enemies and artifacts to solve these things, sometimes it's like the risk might not be worth the reward. But we'll find out. It's part of the fun of exploring through this mansion. So I shuffled that up. Oh, I don't have the. I just brought it downstairs. Okay, we'll look at the deck. We'll look at the deck. I'll explain to you what I've chosen. I think I've explained everything here in the essence. So that's the scenario. Okay. Any questions? This is your KeyForge game on drugs. Any questions? Any questions before I move on to talking about the deck I've chosen and why? And hopefully we don't get spanked, but as long as we get far enough so you can see kind of the second act, I'm hoping we can get that far. But man, I've had it where it's just like I took too long, it kind of fell away, I couldn't get built up, and the game just trolled me. And yeah, Mark's here. Hello, hello. Yeah, good recommendations there. Yeah, recommending the earlier sets. You can usually find them cheap if your local game store still has the earlier sets, or find them online in the KeyForge groups. People selling old decks and decks that they maybe you didn't even open from older sets who get out of the game. You can probably find some older stuff really cheap. And it's less complex, as Mark's saying. But you can play any deck, even though some of the new ones add different mechanisms to the game. They don't really get that complicated. Maybe driving them and playing the decks well, maybe are because of the timings and things. But most of the cards are still pretty welcoming and entry level, I feel. But it does, yeah, it does get a little more complex. Hey, KNG, how's it going? Rob broke out the neoprene. It's about to go down. Yeah, I have neoprene upon neoprene. 2 layers of neoprene for this one. Yep. It'll drive you to drugs for sure. What's the name of your deck? I'll show you. I'll show you. So, I brought them up on decks of KeyForge. So this was the deck that I had success with. This is not the deck I'm playing, but this is the deck. This deck beat the scenario, okay? This is one of the ones, literally 5 minutes before the stream, I was going to play this one. I was going to play this one on the first stream when we played the Rise of the Keyraken because I had success with this deck. It's, look at 121 board strength, okay? See this? It's got muscles, bro. So this was good against the Keyraken to just punch the crap out of the tentacles and all that kind of stuff. It has a horseman in it, so it's kind of funny. Horsemen were like a rare thing when the game first came out. People are chasing those decks. I was just finding them everywhere, and I'm like, they're not even that good. I don't know why everyone's chasing these things and paying hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars for decks with horsemen in it. But they were a fun little thing to chase and find. But it just has a lot of fighting in it. Has Brobnar's Sanctum. The Mars even has like key hate or whatever you call it, with grabber jammers, raising the key cost, ammonia clouds, just, you know, stealing their guys, all of this stuff. Big juicy Mars creatures like Dominator and stuff. Why wouldn't it show? Yeah, like this guy, like a 9, it's got armor. So a lot of trolley cards to handle that co-op scenario. And see the way it's a 59 SAS? It's like it's a below the curve deck. But for some reason, I've had success with this one in almost all the co-op / solo scenarios I'm playing. So this is why I'm saying, even the decks that aren't great, that people are giving away for free, you know, the below the curve decks, the lower than 50% decks, this deck I have decent success with, even though it doesn't generate amber whatsoever. But just the board control, it did enough. It did enough, and I've won with this one in co-op scenarios more than I've lost. I played this one in this scenario, and it was one of the first ones I actually won with. But I was like, we didn't end up playing this one on stream in the first episode because you guys made me play with my own deck and struggle through that. My own deck stunk in this one. I tried it. But this one did well. And I was going to play this one, but then I went back and researched and looked up different decks based on what worked in this one. And I'll show you, this is the deck I'm playing. Hopefully it does well. It did okay. Like, I'm not destroying the scenario by any means. These just won, okay? And they always won by the skin of my teeth or whatever. But this one, New Shark of the Justicator's Cell, is a really like middle of the road 50% deck, right? It's like the power level is just mediocre. Like it's one of the middle 50% of decks according to SAS, whatever. The board is 83, so it's still on the higher end. Okay, it has the Mars in there and the big guys. We got the Dominator. We got the Bumpsies. I have another deck that's very similar to this one, but there was one card in here. One card in here that just made me want to play it on stream because it's Rob's gaming table. I love fantasy. I love dragons. Okay, this is my horseman chase. I only have 2 decks with dragons in them. I used to offer to like buy people's Khalifi dragon decks when they open them at tournaments from the first set because it's just a funny character. Not a good card, not a good creature, but it's a dragon. And he's got rockets on his back. So this is just cool beyond cool, okay? And he can't be played unless you have 7 or more amber, right? In this scenario, having 7 or more amber in our pool is like almost impossible. This guy is going to be a dead card, but he's just 1 card, okay? If we get him in play, achievement unlocked. I don't expect that though. But the rest of the cards in here, like Bulwark, like I need to get Sanctum in there with shields. There's a lot of beefy enemies in this one, 5 strength, 6 strength, that if you're bored, your board will get shredded, okay? There's multiple board wipes too in this scenario. But I also need to speed up the amber. So if we look at this one, so because we're going to be fighting a lot of enemies like normal in a co-op scenario or in a multiplayer game, a competitive game, whatever, you got to deal with board control. But in this one, there's the extra layer of the mansion rooms. And sometimes you have to fight mansion rooms to break down doors or get through locks or whatever. And you have to fight. So if you're using your creatures to fight mansion rooms to progress through the scenario and look for dark essence, sometimes you could open those things and they'll make more enemies. So you'll get overwhelmed by enemies. And if you're always fighting, because you have to fight mansion rooms and you have to fight creatures, you don't have time to reap. All your guys need to be fighting. Pretty much it feels like in most situations in this scenario, the enemies just never stop coming. It's crazy. And I find the best way is like get some board control. Even board wipes are sometimes not enough because you're usually wiping your own guys too, right? So you need to fight, fight, fight. And if you have a way to gain amber, this one, literally like this expected amber or these extra amber pips, 5, that's not enough. You need amber to just be, you know, as you play cards, just amber spilling out everywhere. So you can also spend amber on mansion rooms to try to progress while you're busy fighting. So that's what I needed. So when I won with this deck and I'm like, but I struggled with the amber. And that sometimes you'll get stuck in the mansion if you don't have a way to generate amber to get more mansion rooms or open mansion rooms or progress to the second act. If you're not generating amber because you're just tied up fighting and you can't get any amber generated or get your, what's the one? Is it here? There's ways in Bromnar to gain amber, but it's not that great usually. It's you have to bend over backwards and try to line up these things in the right order to get amber. But this is the other deck I found when I found this one. Look at this. It's got 14 amber pips. Okay, it got the virtuous works. They don't really do much, but sometimes you just need 3 amber on the turn to explore a room or to make a new mansion room enter play while you're busy fighting with your board. So I started looking. That's what my deck I felt was missing was the amber generation. So I looked at this one. It's like got 24 expected amber. It still has high board strength. Again, I don't think I've solved the proper deck for this scenario, but this one I also needed artifact control, which the other one didn't have. Sometimes there's artifacts that come in play and can really lock you out, that increase the cost of exploring, that make it harder to break through barricades and stuff. And sometimes you just need to get rid of those for a turn. So that will help you do that. But this also has trolley stuff in it, okay? Where is it? This one, okay? When I read this card, I was like, all right, if I can get the stupid Grim Reaper out of play into the opponent's hand, which is the enemy's archives in these scenarios, I can get in that hand and just discard the Grim Reaper. Maybe if it's early, I can discard him to the discard pile. And unless a card comes out that pulls him back out of the discard pile, I can have a breather from him for a few turns. And I can let the AI get a bunch of amber and they just can't drain essence or forge keys, right? It's just a fun trolley card that kind of trolls the scenario. Might not line up. There's also the Zookeeper, okay? Put an enemy creature into your archives. So I can grab the Grim Reaper, shove him into my archives. And there are cards that'll pull him back out of archives and out of play and all that stuff. But again, they're rare. So if I can get him into my archives, or at least some of the annoying creatures, I can hopefully this will help me with board control, and the churn of creatures in this scenario is crazy. So I need even more ways to pull creatures out of the deck and just keep them out of my hair, right? So that's kind of funny. There's still the big guys, right? We still have Dominator. What else we got? we got ways to just like deal damage, like to get rid of enemies. But look at this one. Look at this one. Okay, this one I didn't even realize was in the deck until I won with it, and I went and looked at the deck list. I didn't see this when I played, but I didn't even notice this was in there. This was not planned until I was just looking at the deck before the stream. Each Mars creature and each robot creature is stunned, and then each artifact's destroyed. So all the enemies in the scenario are robots. They're all robots. So this is a way to stun any enemy creature in play, which is kind of cool. So it's a little control that's kind of like a silver bullet-ish card to help you and destroy all the artifacts. Even my own is fine. Even my own is fine. Because some of the ones in this scenario are just like so annoying. Like giving all the enemy robots splash 2, it's just like too much, man, too much. And that's where the armor comes in from Sanctum to help us, right? You know, we got the Bulwark. Where's the other guy? Gatekeeper. And this guy, I love Sanctum Guardian. Sanctum Guardian, beefy boy, taunt. He can move around your battle line, protect some of the little Mars aliens, keep them alive. But of course, we got like War Drummers to bounce our Bumsies around, to do a little amber control. You know, we got Punch. We have the only thing with this one that the other one had that I liked, the other one had like board wipes. So if it gets out of control, you got a couple Coward's Ends, right? That maybe you can time where you can have some damage on you because you're fighting, and then you just wipe the enemies off the board. It's hard to time up sometimes, but at least it's a way, even if you have to wipe your own board, just to, sometimes literally there's like 10 enemies out, and you can't even get your board going, and you just need to wipe. Which is why I was playing Dis in a bunch of my decks, but it wasn't good enough, wasn't consistent enough for this. But yeah, so that's what we're going with. I don't know if it's the best deck I own for this, but it's where I settled, and that's what we're playing today. I don't expect to win, but I expect to have a decent chance. So there you go. But if you're watching this later and you have certain cards that would be good against this scenario, if you played it, feel free to drop them in the comments below, as I'd be curious what cards or what houses or factions or which sets, because I don't know the new sets that well. I just know the old sets and what I had, so I was able to search quicker and find things, because I remember some of these cards and stuff. But yeah, it should be fun. Reminds me of Shivan Dragon from Magic the Gathering. Warding might induce rage quitting. Oh yeah, warding is annoying, I know. The warding on the robots, readying them all up and warding them, that card drives me nuts. I literally will lose an essence sometimes to prevent that one. If it happens at the wrong time, that could be the difference between winning and losing. So, yeah. I don't know if you can archive him. I think if he leaves play, he goes to the Gormengeist discard pile. Oh, that's true. Let's see here. I never got to do it, but in theory, I thought I could. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're right. If he leaves the Gormengeist battle line, archive him instead. You're right. You're right. You're right. So I can't do the Zookeeper thing, but in theory, I still would do it to other robots and stuff. Okay, I never got to do it yet, but I still won without doing that is what I'm trying to say. So scratch that theory. I thought I solved that one, but we can still grab him out of the hand, though. Okay. Okay, we'll still try. Again, if Mark, if you know, if you have a deck that's like you have that's great for this scenario, you know, let me know the name in the comments after, and we can look it up. And yeah. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay, I'm still gonna play that deck though, which I believe I brought in here. Yep. All right. You've been wrecked every time? Yeah, I was like literally lost like 6 games in a row with decks that like the SAS is super high, and then I realized like, yep, these are still targeted and they're built to like punish the meta decks and make you have to use decks in your collection that aren't meta. There's a whole different meta for this thing and the other scenarios, which I think is fun. like the way you were saying playing the tide mechanic in the second one really helps, right? In this one, no tide mechanic, which I love. That's another reason why this might be my favorite. The tide thing is kind of lame, but still fun, but like not my favorite addition to KeyForge. But it's still cool, I guess. It makes you play different decks against different scenarios. I tried a tide deck against this. It did okay. It did okay. Oh, you only played 2 or 3 person. So maybe it's harder at higher player counts, but I feel like I lost. Any game I won, Mark, was like so narrow. Like one more turn, I would have lost for sure. So I believe it's hard at all player counts then, based on what you're saying. Yeah, this is a tough one, right? I wonder if this was designed with Winds of Exchange in mind more, and there's decks from that set that answer this more, or the new set, right? The Grim Reminders or whatever it's called, right? Maybe there's cards in that set that these are built with, and this was designed and play tested against. So maybe it has all the answers for the old decks. Who knows, right? Yeah. Oh, Mark, no promises. I'll show you what I can do, but I might be playing stuff wrong, right? Casual KeyForge, full disclosure. I'm not the player I once was, FYI. Again, I only spent like a day and a half trying to solve this guy, and I don't know if I got there yet. But yeah. Yeah, it's built for the new set yet to come. I'm sure the new set will have lots of haunted keywords. Yeah, that's true. And maybe help you when you're haunted, right? There'll probably be decks where haunted's good for you, right? And then you'll want that. Yeah, that might be true. Okay, here, I'll do a little more shuffling. So yeah, I don't know. I went thinking fighting. You think Brobnar. You think board survivability. You think Sanctum with the armor. I don't know. I don't know the new factions well enough. Maybe Saurion. I don't know. Maybe they're good, but probably not, right? Because the whole capture thing, I find your board gets wiped in this one or destroyed fast. So the capture, even in Sanctum, was like, you don't want that. The AI is just going to get that stuff back so fast in this one. It has the answer for capture for sure. Or Exalt or whatever it's called in that set. All right. So normal starting turn, just like the other scenarios, you draw your 6 cards. You can mulligan if you want. You get to play as much as you want. Oh yeah, the AI does start. So they solved it and streamlined this a bit and made it better for rules clarity. A lot of the answers of the questions I had in the other scenarios are answered in this, and they work better. You never play cards off the top of the deck in this one, and this is the way it should have been designed in the old sets too. So you could probably house rule it or change it, but you set up 2 cards in the archive already for this guy, and you always play cards from the archive. And when any mechanic that draws cards, so the answer to my and whenever this guy draws cards, what happens is it will archive it right away and play it on the same turn. Okay, so draw gets to play it right away. Archive on the turn actually archives it for a future turn, just like the previous sets, but it only ever plays stuff out of its archive, never off the top of the deck. So that kind of makes it, and it has answers for how the hand and the archive work. So it kind of answered most of my questions. I felt more comfortable understanding how certain cards worked against this thing, where I didn't in the other scenarios because like it was playing cards off the top, but from the archive and all this jazz. They definitely made it, they worded it better and made it function better, I think. So it starts with 2 cards in hand. So if we hit its hand, look at its hand and anything like that, we are messing with its archive, and it always has one pretty much. And if we reduce the amount of cards it draws on the turn, it will just be drawing less to its archive at the end of its turn. Okay, it always draws 2 at the end of turn, unless it has something that modifies it. So it always has a hand always for us, which is nice. Okay, what do we got here? We have, let's see if I can get it in here. Let's see if we should roll with this. Orbital Bombardment, okay, that's fine. We can hold this for when we have more Mars cards in hand, right? That's kind of okay. We have a way to gain Amber right now, but not a way to really spend it. But we can toss other cards in hand to expand the mansion and then spend that Amber right away. Remember, we don't want to store Amber unless we're building up for the Khalifi Dragon guy, but I don't know if that's a smart play. The AI will steal all our Amber before we can do that. For the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fight, it captures 1. I don't really care, but this has an Amber pip on it. So we could, on the first turn, name Sanctum, discard this card to do this Explore ability. Discard 2 cards from your hand of any house. If you do, play the top card of the mansion deck, then flip this, right? And then what we can do is right away spend our 3 amber and then flip this card again and draw another mansion card into play. So that's not a bad opening. We'll also get 3 cards out of our hand and draw up, so that's not bad. I don't know if this one I would toss. Or we play Brobnar. We could stun the Grim Reaper to prevent him from reaping. He's not going to forge a key yet. We could stun him, play that card. We can start building up a board of 2 Brobnars. And we get 3 cards out of our hand. And then maybe... I still like to open play toss 2 cards to try to get the mansion explored quickly. So yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just keep it. Oh, I don't know. Yep. Let's do it. I'm going to go Sanctum, and I'm going to toss... I'll toss War Drummer and take hostages. Or maybe I toss Orbital Bombardment, actually. Yeah. Let's toss Orbital Bombardment and take hostages. And we're going to flip this card, and we're going to get a mansion card in play. And this is a barricade, so we can fight it. And the cool part is mansion cards don't deal damage back. So you just fight them, and you put damage on them. Once they're broken, it'll tell you what happens when they're destroyed. But this guy's annoying. After you fight it, it'll stun the attacking creature. So we kind of want to hit it with something of, you know, a 1-shot 4 or higher, so we just get stunned once, not attack it with enemies over and over again. They all get stunned. That's annoying. So you kind of want big dudes for this situation, right? So that kind of like made me understand, like, I need bigger fighters in my deck for this kind of stuff. And you still have to deal with creatures. So remove all damage counters from it, then flip it, okay? I don't know if I want to flip this. It could be an enemy on the back. It could be a bad action card that's going to do bad stuff for us. It could be good stuff. It could be a Dark Essence. I don't know. I don't know. I hate it. But there is a way to kind of flip some of them if we can find it. There is a tool in here I've used to be able to peek at the back of cards. It's really helpful. I don't know if we'll see it in the game, though. It could be at the bottom of the deck. Who knows? Part of the fun of every time you play it's a little different. Then I'm going to play Virtuous Works. And we're just going to generate 3 amber. Okay, we're going to spend that 3 amber, and we're going to explore another location. Or not explore, we're going to get another one added to the mansion. Flipping Endless Corridors. And this is the Glowing Portal. It has an explorer. Destroy one of your creatures of the active house. If you do, flip Glowing Portal. So we have to kill a creature to flip this. Maybe it's good for us because that sounds like a high cost. I don't know. But it's there. But it could be bad. I don't know all the cards, but sometimes I've been very frustrated based on what I've spent to get through something, and then it turns out it's not good. Oh. Yeah, I tried a succubus deck, but this deck has way too many ways to get your creatures out of play, attack your creatures. So keeping a succubus in play is like a hard thing. This scenario knows, man. It knows. I tried that. I tried succubus against it. Yeah. Even creatures that increase the key cost. Yeah, this one knows. I don't know. I don't know if the Barrister Joya strategy of the no reaping would work either. Maybe it has some good protection. But there's too much board wiping and fighting from the enemy to keep creatures alive for long, I feel. Okay. So end of the turn, it wants to siphon 2 amber from us. We don't have any. So GTFO, Grim Reaper and Amalgamator. So we're going to draw up to 6. Okay. All right. So we go over here, we start drawing cards from the archive. Great. Oh, okay. This comes up at, I think, kind of a good... Oh, no, it doesn't. I've never had this early, actually. Yeah, this is super bad because its time card, like this could totally ruin it for us. Yeah, I like kind of want to scoop. That is nuts. So I'll show you what's going to happen. So it's going to gain an amber for playing the card. Then it's going to shuffle the It Is Time, which could start the second act well before we're ready for it. Well before we're ready for it. We need to find some Dark Essence, right? So it's going to shuffle this discard pile into here. Oh my god. This, of course, streamer luck, man. This freaking happens to me every time. I play 10 scenarios off camera, this never happens, and then I play on stream and this happens. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh my god. So we're about to have a completely different experience, I think, than I've ever had against this thing. I've never had this pressure before. I am now super worried. And the crazy part is going to archive 3 cards right now for the next turn. So the next turn is going to have like at least 5 cards to play on us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're getting to Act 2. Just probably not when I want to. Yeah, I know, Yogi. Oh, man, we're in trouble. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm now not comfortable. I am not comfortable at all. So then this will go in the discard. That is annoying. That's annoying when that comes late in the game. I've never had it come on the first round. All right, that's crazy. Oh, what else we got? Dark Lamp. If you are haunted, I'm not. It gains skirmish and as prey, your most powerful flank creature. Lots of prey in this one. Okay, it comes into play exhausted to the right of the battle line here. Now we go to enemies first, then artifacts or whatever if we have any. We don't. So the Grim Reaper, he just likes to reap. And then he'll check if he has enough for a key to forge it to then drain essence the amalgamator. There is not. So they're done. They ready up. And then we'll put 2. Oh yeah, I didn't put the 3 cards in the archives. Yeah. 3 cards in the archives. Then now it's going to put 2 more in the archives at the end of the turn. So it has 5 cards ready for us. Yeah, blame the shuffler. Get out of here. Damn it. Oh man, this is crazy. I want to see how this works though. I think we're going to get crushed fast. If we do, we can maybe play another one. We'll see. It's already taken me an hour to freaking explain how the whole thing works and explain our deck, so we'll see. All right. What are we doing? Probnar maybe? Can stun both those dummies. And then we'll try to go Sanctum maybe. Yeah. Okay. Most powerful flank creature. Sure. Okay, let's go Brobnar. So we'll stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Okay. Let's do War Drummer and Valder. That's it. Ready up. Draw. Okay, looks like we have a Sanctum turn coming. Oh, big Zorg. Big Zorg. Okay. We go over here. Start the pain train. I have no amber for them to steal. If you're haunted, this guy gains prey. See, look at so many fighting. So much fighting. Another prey creature. Discarding cards off my deck. This is the same guy, so they're going to get me haunted real quick. Never really gone. See, this is the way you get him back from the discard pile or purged. This is why I thought I could purge him to my own, or not purge, sorry, archive. But there is a different card that says it pulls out of archives. It's kind of like this. So this one's going to gain them amber. Draw a card. This card will be played on the same turn. I'll just throw it like that. And yeah, he's already in play, so we don't have to worry. This one. Same card. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, it's all falling apart here. So we get another card. See how quickly the battle line can just get nuts? Oh no, Singing Scythe. Attached to the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper gains after reap. Discard the top card of your deck. Purge one of the creatures that shares a house with that card. See how anti-battle line this thing is? Like, it's nuts, this scenario. It will wipe your board so quick. Another card draw. So we'll attach this to this guy. Okay, I might do this. Oh, I'm not haunted though. Oh, I'm not haunted. So this is like a pressure release valve card. So unfortunately, it's going to get an amber. And it already has enough to forge. This is silly. Okay. Return to rubble. Play. If you were haunted, which I wish I was right now, destroy each creature and artifact. So I could wipe the whole board. including the Grim Reaper. Then shuffle your discard pile into your deck. You may drain 1 essence instead. So this is a way also to drain essence if you have dark essence you want to feed to the guy. If you're in the late in the scenario, it's another way to, like, you know, help you. But if you don't want this to happen, let's say you had a huge board and the enemy is under control, you might want to just drain an essence to keep the momentum going. But also this is a great way when the scenario gets out of control, you just to wipe the boards and reset. Oh, I can't do it though because I'm not haunted. So you kind of want to be haunted for this one. I would wipe though. Like, I don't care about these 2 characters for all this. Yeah. Oh man. Junk Restoration. Fully heal each robot creature. So again, if you're fighting and damaging them, like, this scenario is just built to keep their board huge. So they get another amber, they'll draw another card. Oh my god. Energy Vampirism. So they gain another amber, draw another card. This is like, I think I broke the scenario, guys. I think I broke it. I've never seen this before on literally its second turn. Destroy each of your creatures with amber on it. You may drain 1 essence instead. So that's the deal with the Sanctum and the Exalting and all that stuff. They have answers for everything in this stupid thing. Then this guy, Valrod the Indulgent. Prey, your most powerful creature. He gets +1 for each amber on it. And before a fight, he actually captures amber from his own side, which is interesting. But he can get out of control also. All right, then they're going to go to their battle line. We just know the stun gets removed from these 2 guys. They're done. Holy crap. Look at that board. Like, that's insane. And they're like ready to forge already and pull an essence. Yeah. I'm surprised it didn't draw into that card already to flip the staircase or the stairway. All right. Okay. What am I going to do? I guess we'll just throw some Sanctum bodies and hopefully these guys will just fight them and stuff. Let's see. I'm not haunted yet, so a lot of reaping is going to happen. I only have 4 cards in my pile here, but maybe the fighting will help it. Okay, so I'm going to throw Bulwark down here. Hallowed Blaster. Let's throw this guy here. This guy here, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still building up, and this is like, I don't know, crazy. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, all right. Oh yeah, I forgot to draw its cards at the end of turn. Okay, so it's going to play 2. After reap, destroy 1 of your artifacts. Yeah, why not? Okay. And then Call of Need. Ready and ward each robot creature. You may drain 1 essence instead. I have to. I have to drain an essence. I can't let it literally ward every single creature. I can't. I can't. Take it. There you go. And it's going to steal another one right now. So it's going to reap. Okay, it reaps. It has enough to forge a key. So it's going to take 6. Drain a second essence. Then after reap, discard the top card of your deck. It's Brobnar. So I will purge War Drummer. And if you're haunted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm halfway to being haunted. So this guy is, he doesn't have skirmish. My most powerful flank creature is right here. Has +2 armor. So 2 are going to get through. And then 6 hits back and destroys this guy. See, maybe they'll just run into my wall of dudes. Maybe that'll help me. This one says if you're haunted, it gains prey. It doesn't. So it's just going to reap. And after it reap, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm still not there. This one will reap 2. And then discard the top 3 cards of my deck. 1, 2, 3. I'm now haunted. This one says Reap, after Reap, discard one random card for your hand, 2 instead if you're haunted. This is crazy. I'm getting dummied. Not even a chance. All right. Card number 3. Card number 6. Great. 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 All right. Then we got this guy. Prey, your most powerful creature. He gets +1 power, or +1 power for each amber on him. He captures one from his own side. So he's 6. Most powerful creature. It's one of these two. Her armor's already broken. I could say it's this guy. Yeah, I probably should, right? So he has +2 armor from here, so 3 gets blocked. He's 6, so 3 goes through. And then he hits back for 6, taking this guy out. Oh man, I got an amber. Look at me. Okay. And then we have Mehmeti. Was Mehmeti readied? Yes, because they all read. No, they didn't already. She was exhausted, right? Or he was exhausted? Yeah, right? I think so. Was that exhausted? I don't remember. Maybe I can scrub quick. Yeah, it was. It was. Okay, perfect. It was. Yeah, I was about to use this one. It's not readied. Okay. So that's it. It readies back up. Draws 2 more cards for next turn. And it has 6 amber ready to go. Yep. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. What do I do? I think some blinding light might be a smart play. I'll choose House Gormengeist maybe, right? Yeah. I think so. My God. All right. Sanctum, eh? Let's see. I heal 3 damage from this guy. I mean, we could probably clear some of the board. I definitely want to check behind this. I probably should have waited on the stun, actually. Yeah, let's pretend I waited. Because if we're going to explore, we might reveal a new enemy. Yeah, let's pretend we didn't do that yet. Timing will matter. So, I'm debating just out of desperation, like... Yep. So let's Reap here. And that'll let me use a friendly creature, non-sanctum creature, so we can use Valder. Okay. I mean, I should just probably fight this guy. She gets +2 while attacking the guy on the flank, but she doesn't really need it. But she will die. No. I'm debating maybe she just fights this. Yeah, she'll just fight here, I guess. Get stunned. In here somewhere, play archive the top card of your deck. Okay. It is EMP Blast. Okay, another way to stun all our robots. Okay, we'll save that there. So these get removed when a mansion card's like kind of done. It just gets removed from play. So that's not a Dark Essence. We need a Dark Essence, I think. Okay, it wasn't an enemy, so we can fully play this now, I think. Oh, We could destroy a creature of the active house to flip glowing portal. Yeah, sure. Sure. I'll destroy this guy. Oh, not a Dark Essence. What is this? I've never seen this before, actually. Soul Vial enters play under your control. Oh, man, I'm about to destroy all the artifacts, I think. If you're a haunted, each friendly creature gains destroyed. Put this creature into its owner's archives. Okay, that's neat. That's neat. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Grim Reaper, I think. He's going to deal 6 back to me because I got the 3 armor. And he's going to go into the hand. This is gone. Okay. Bulwark. Bulwark will just fight this one. Or maybe not. Maybe Bulwark should reap. Because I don't want to leave this amber. It's just going to get stolen. Hold on. I'm going to discard 2 cards out of hand. I'll discard these 2 Brobnar cards to get another room in play. Another portal. Oh, did I get another amber? Where'd that amber? Oh, yeah. I don't need to reap with him. I have this Blinding Light still. Yeah, sorry. I'll play Blinding Light to get the 3rd amber. Then we're going to stun, stun, stun. Okay. And then this guy, I'll just fight this one here. No, I'll fight this one. No, I hate this one more. And we'll deal 2 amber back. There we go. A little more under control for now. 1 essence. Creature goes to archive, right? Which creature? I didn't destroy any of my creatures after I got that card. No, I didn't. I destroyed my one before that, and the other one was discarded. Artifact text. But yeah, but I didn't have any of my creatures weren't destroyed after. Right? Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, it's just mine. It's just. Oh, you mean the enemy? Yeah, it's just mine. It's just mine. Friendly creatures. Friendly. Yeah, this is a bonus, man. I just lost a dude to flip this card and knock it Dark Essence. It better be for me. I better have got something out of that. And it'll probably get destroyed before I can even use it, which is so lame, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I want to spend this 3 amber to explore more in the dungeon, or the mansion. So we got another derelict machine, we got another glowing portal. Hopefully there's Dark Essence in here somewhere. Okay, then we're going to draw back up. And remember, we have a Mars card hiding. Oh, there's Deep Probe. Man, I was wishing, like, he's going to come out of there. But, man, it's just the way we could have grabbed him out of here. But we could try it again. We can try it again. Oh, yeah. We got some ammonia clouds. Oh, boy. Okay, what was this here? Yeah, see, I don't want to play this now because it destroys each artifact. Ah, that's so annoying. But we might need it to stun all these guys. Yeah, that's lame. I get a good artifact, and now I don't want to blow up artifacts. Serenity now. Serenity now. Actually, this guy's the taunt guy. Okay. All right, here we go. Spontaneous Awakening. Play the topmost creature from the adventure discard pile, then ready it. Can you tell I'm having fun? Literally, I destroyed this guy, but it would have been better to leave him in the play stunned. That's so annoying. Now he's going to be able to go. Tribute Collector. Okay. Oh, he discards cards from my archive when he reaps. And look who it is. The dirty old Grim Reaper. All right, so we just know the stun gets removed from all these guys. And then this guy gets to go and reap. And discard one random card from your hand, 2 instead if you were haunted. That is so annoying. Oh my god. One thing I hate more than an opponent pulling cards at a random out of my hand in card games is when an NPC, CPU, AI, whatever, the generated scenario is doing it to me also. Whoops, that was a 5. 3 and 5. Oh, deep probe, no. It just deep probed my hand. No, no. This scenario is trolling me hard. All right. Ready all them up. Okay. Back to us with our 4 cards in hand. I thought killing that guy would be smart, but it actually hurt me. All right. I guess it's Sanctum time. Maybe not, though. Oh, now Ammonia Clouds on Mars' turn would suck. Because it hits all my creatures too, right? Yeah, let's just go Sanctum. I don't know if I should do this Virtuous Works. I'll hold it. Play. If your opponent has 7 or more amber, capture all but 5 of it. Okay, sure. Sure, that'll sit there for a long time. All right. I'm going to heal 3 damage from... I can't believe that deep probe got jacked. Oh, so annoying. All right. I should heal 3 damage, maybe here. All right. No, I think we actually heal this guy's damage instead. I think. Unless I'm going to fight the Grim Reaper. Who is more annoying? Holy. I could just fight this, but it's probably going to turn into another creature. Maybe. Well. No, let's let's heal off that one. So let's fight. I'm debating like fighting this mansion room out of desperation. But like I need to deal with this line here. This is crazy. Let's just use Bulwark. We're going to fight here. Okay. He doesn't take any back. He deals 4 through. We're good. All right. I need to get rid of this idiot that keeps ripping cards out of our hand. But maybe I should pretend I did that in a different order. Yeah. I did that in a different order because I don't need that guy on the top, right? Again, to come into play ready. And he dealt back 4. So I have 3. Only 1 gets through. What else? I don't know about playing this because I don't really want to advance this. But I should probably hold it. Unless I want to explore the grand staircase, but... Oh, maybe I could have went that route, actually. But I don't have Dark Essence yet. No. I'm going to pitch it. Yeah. Okay. Draw back up. Oh, here's the Mars cards. They're coming. All right. Let's do it. Can you show the rules? Yeah, the rules are online. Yeah, 1 sec. Yeah, I remember downloading the rules like I downloaded them like 3 months ago. Let's see here. Yeah, so if you go to keyforging.com or the KeyForge website, keyforging.com, whatever, I'll drop a link in the chat. But if you go to tournament format and rules, all the rules should be here. Complete KeyForge rules. Nope. They used to be on this page. I'm missing them. Oh, they used to be here on this page, actually. Yeah, this has changed. They used to be like right here. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I don't have a key code. Yeah, I don't know, Mark, where it is. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it says download the rules from keyforging.com. Yeah, here. I don't know if you can... Oh, come on. What is going on? I don't know if it'll focus on it. You can pause it probably and get that there. I don't know. Maybe it's... I don't know. I don't know. I downloaded it like before I even got this. I just went online. I saw it on the rules page when I was downloading the KeyForge rules. Awesome. No problem, Mark. Yeah, I thought it was on the back of the box. I was like, wait, there is no QR code. What are you talking about? Yeah, it used to be under that rules page. I downloaded, I remember when I was trying to relearn KeyForge a few months back, I just went to that rules page and everything was listed and I just downloaded everything to a folder. So that's what I've been using. Yeah, it's weird that they removed that. I wonder why. I wonder why. Yeah, it's not in the files on BGG either, which is weird. Okay. Whatever. All right. Yeah, I found it so easy the first time before I even needed it. I was like, it's so easy. All right. What are we doing? That was our turn, right? We drew our cards. They're going. Oh, here we go. Return to rubble. If you're haunted, destroy each creature and artifact. Then shuffle your discard pile into your deck. You may drain one essence instead. What do I do here? Do I wipe everything? I don't think this will... Oh, this should count, right? This should count, right? Even though my creatures and this all get wiped at the same time. Technically, they have this on them, right? Are these guys going to my archives? Or because this destroyed at the same time, they don't? That I don't know. That I don't know. But it will reset all this too, including the Grim Reaper. But he'll come back. He'll come back too, but at least he'll come back exhausted, I think. Yeah, I don't know, man. Same keyword in a tie, person in control chooses, right? I think so, Mark. I think that makes sense, right? Because like we would choose one by one to start firing off things happening, right? And I would say that I'm destroying these and I'm firing off keywords before this happens. And I feel like that's the case. I'm going to do it though. Okay. All archived. All archived. I don't know if it's going to help me, but it's a thing. This guy goes to archives for next turn. Not this turn. He's not a draw effect. He's archives. I'll still play these though. These guys are destroyed. Okay, we'll draw this card, and this is archives for next round. Wait, what? What did I just do there? Oh, he was already in the archives, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. Sorry, I thought this was the Grim Reaper for a second. This guy's destroyed, I think. Yeah, he's destroyed. And all that was left was the Grim Reaper, right? I'm so confused now. Yeah, Grim Reaper was in the archives. This was in the archives. Yes. Yes. Archives. These were what were in play. I destroyed these after drawing this. And I will put these in a specific way. Oh, this guy is supposed to be on my battle line, by the way. I forgot. This guy's treachery. He should have been over here last time when he got played. So he would have been played last time. He would have destroyed right here. He would have destroyed, I would have let him destroy Valdir. But she would still go to my archives, right? And then he gets wiped, he goes here. Yeah. Sorry, he shouldn't have been in play on that side. Yeah, he's annoying. He's one of those ones that gets played on the opposite side. And then he destroys his neighbors at the end of the turn. When you get to tap into your archive. Yeah. Oh, Mark's got it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just put it like this. All right. So then the Grim Reaper gets played out of the archives into play exhausted. That's their turn. That's their board. That's it done. They're going to draw 2 new cards for next round and ready up. Oh yeah, these all get destroyed. This is out of the game. This is gone. This is gone. So no more artifacts. And now they're going to get a whole bunch of artifacts now that that happened. And I'm going to have none. But back to our turn. So do I take my archives at the start of my turn here? I don't really, man. If I want a Sanctum turn, but like I'm thinking a Mars turn, and I don't think I need this Mars card right now. Yeah, I'll hold it. I also want to draw more into my deck and not be haunted anymore, I think, for a bit. Yeah, let's build up a Mars board maybe. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go Mars. We're gonna just pitch Ammonia Cloud. No, we're gonna hold it actually. We might pitch it for that. All right. So the Dominator comes into play stunned, and he has taunt. And we'll put John Smythe beside him. It's elusive. And then we'll put the Think Drone on the other side. And then, I will pitch 2 cards. We're going to discover another room. And we'll get a locked door in play. So this one, remove all damage counters, flip it. When you destroy it, it's a barricade. So I don't know what's hiding behind the locked door, but I could destroy one of my creatures here, actually. Do I do that, though? I don't know. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to destroy it for this glowing portal. And he's going to go here, though. Dark Essence! Finally. Finally. It can't siphon it yet because we still have the Grand Stairway in play. So we got to start pushing that. Okay. Oh, man, this is rough. 1, 2. Shuffle time. Yeah, the fact that my archive, Mark, has multiple houses in it, it's kind of annoying. Because I'll try to play a bunch of cards out of it, but then my hand will still be clumped and I won't get to draw at the end of the turn and keep cycling my deck. But as long as you can set up some juicy stuff if you control what goes in your archives. But when the enemy puts stuff in your archives, it's kind of annoying. But usually I can control what gets destroyed if I'm like fighting with them or something. But like that would have been sick to have that glowing portal. I should have destroyed previously. I could have milked that artifact to keep destroying my creatures for those kind of effects to then put them in my archives and just play them back out again, especially ones with play effects, right? Come into play effects. Yeah, no, yeah, you're doing it wrong, Mark. Of any house. Of any house. It says right on it. Yep. Yep. Any house says it right there. Very clearly. So you definitely made it harder for yourself for sure. It is actually a good effect. Like I love just dumping other house cards to try to build up a hand of a lot of the same house. And just draw through your deck to try to get out of that haunted, right? But then the problem is this gets you discarding more cards, which gets you haunted faster, right? So at the beginning of the game, if you're discarding too aggressively, you're in trouble, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I've been doing because I want to get through the mansion as quick as possible. Yep. All right, so there, you learned something watching me. All right, so doesn't make me better at KeyForge or anything, but at least your time was spent that you actually got something out of this. For once. Yeah, for once. All right, we're going to keep drawing. Boom. All right. 2 orbital bombardments with no other Mars cards. That's kind of sucky. We could draw one more there, though. Okay. Now the plan is flip the staircase, or we still need another Dark Essence, but we don't want to start exploring for it yet because we won't get to take it until we get rid of this one. And we can't get rid of this one until we get through the Grand Stairway and through this sealed odium thing. So, yeah. All right. Here we go. Shadies. Okay. I love the art in this one, though. So cool. So many cool pieces of art. Okay. Now the Grim Reaper will reap. And he'll forge or drain for 6. So I'm exposed right now. They can't take this Dark Essence. So if I get siphoned from again or drained, I lose. So I'm in desperation mode right now. Like I'm on my back foot here. I don't know. I don't know what to do, but we just gotta get through it. Although I'm so surprised that this hasn't been flipped automatically for me. That I'm surprised at by that card being shuffled in. A little lucky on that, I think. Thanks for the shuffler. All right. Do we take our archives? Do we take our archives? If we go Sanctum, yes. If we go Mars, maybe still. Probnar. I mean, I could take it no matter which house, really. Because I could stun all the robots, which would stun this guy, but he's already stunned, so that's fine. And artifacts, there's no artifacts yet, and I like to save this for when artifacts are there, right? To get rid of all the annoying artifacts. And they'll show up right after I play this, I know it. Orbital bombardments would help, though, because with one of them I can deal 2 damage, and 2 damage, get rid of that guy. And then reveal the next one and deal 2 more damage somewhere. But that gives me 3 amber, and then I could unstun this guy. But that's not really doing much for me. I feel like I go Sanctum to build my board again. Yeah, I'm taking my archives. And I'll just go Sanctum. Yeah, look at this. All right. Yeah, Mel used to like to play KeyForge. She hasn't played KeyForge since we got out of the competitive scene in like mid 2019. But yeah, she does like the game a lot. Or unless she's lying to me. But she used to love going to tournaments and playing and stuff. And playing at home too, I think. But yeah, we used to go weekly to our local game store and play with super awesome folks there, man. It was such a fun little group of players. And our daughter used to come and she'd just sit there eating dinner and like watching us. But she played at home. She just didn't want to play competitively with people. But she used to come to the game store and hang out with us for like 3 hours while we played with a tournament. And yeah, she used to like hanging out there. Yeah, we do it every week. I think it was like Thursday nights we'd go play every week, every single week, just casually. And then we'd go to like Gen Con and Origins and play in tournaments and stuff. And like local hotels in like Toronto would host like regional events and stuff. Yeah, we used to take it pretty serious. Okay. So Sanctum, eh? Just debating how to put these guys all in play. So let's go Taunt guy here, Bulwark here, Gatekeeper here, Virtuous Works. I'm not haunted anymore, so now I can't flip the stairway. This is the problem. I've not timed it all correctly. Yeah, this is trouble actually. I'm very slow. So I shouldn't even play this. Oh, but I could play it here. Yep, I'll play it there. I'll gain 3 amber, then I'll lose it right away. And we'll flip this to get a puzzle into play. An unsolvable puzzle, they say. Which I might be able to... Oh, I don't have enough amber right now. Yep. That would help. If this is what I'm looking for under here, it's either Dark Essence. It could be something that helps me be able to peek at cards. I know that's where I found it before. There is an item you can find in one of these unsolvable puzzles that'll help you flip cards. And sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. All right. Okay. Harvest Skimmers. They're just everywhere. Spontaneous Awakening. Oh my god, this needs to stop, man. Right back into play ready. All right, this guy reaps, and I lose right here, right? Because there's an amber on that card. So he reaps, and then he goes to pull my last essence, but it's not allowed to drain Dark Essence because I haven't gotten far enough yet. So we lose. We lose. We're done. So yeah, I don't know how I could have... I need to be haunted there to even get rid of this, but then I still wouldn't have been able to get through the next phase. Yeah, let's shuffle it up and do it again. I need to not have that all happen again. Yeah, that was nutty. That was nutty. All right. Yeah. Mark, I've never lost that bad. I can't believe that. That was crazy, especially with this deck. There are these type of decks. That opening 2 turns like was nuts. Like I could never come back really. I got siphoned so fast. Like the draw into the amber pips was like, what was happening? I've done the Grim Reaper to the discard with the probe. I've done it with, there was another card I played in one of the decks that helped me do it. Where you rip a card from a hand. What was it? I also purged him once too. From there. I don't know. I don't know if it was this deck. One of them I had a way to purge him, and I actually got him. Yeah. It's just like trying to do it early though. Sometimes you do it too late, or they draw into the card that pulls him right back, and it's not fast enough. All right. Yeah, those are all there. Those are there. I had a card that let me trade flank creatures. Then I could purge an archived card. Let me trade flank creatures. Oh, so you pulled him to your side, which then gets him to leave play into the archive, and then you purge an archive card. I bet it's the same card that I purged with, and I don't remember what it was, or if it's in this deck. I don't remember. But yeah. Yeah. I forget what it was. I did the same. I had a card that did the purging from archive, and I got lucky. It was 3 cards in the archive, and I rolled a die, and I even hit them, and I was like, yes, that'll never happen again. Yeah, what the hell? I don't remember what card it was. Yeah, I want to use this to discard him. Like, that's as far as I want to get, but I don't know. Yeah, it was one where you like name a house, right? You name a house, and then they reveal their hand, and you purge them all from that house or whatever. I don't remember what card that was. But I have it in one of the decks that I played yesterday for sure. But the rest of the deck wasn't that great, but it definitely was cool. Or maybe it was just a random purge. Yeah, I forget. I'm confused now. Too many cards, too many cards. Too many cards. Oh yeah, we get our purged guy back. All right, let's try again. This one, let's give it a cut. And this one, let's give it a cut. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, show me the money. Oh yeah, we get 2 cards drawn. Now what do we got? This is all kind of sucky. Okay. Let's just go with, this is not a great opening. Oh, Fidget from Shadows, Reap. Discard a random card from your opponent's archive or top of their deck. If that card is an action card, play as if you were your own. Maybe it was that guy. I don't know, Mark. I think what I did was different, but I don't remember what it was. I never remember card names that well. But yeah, all right. Let's see. I'll name Brobnar, I think. Yeah, I'll name Brobnar. Man, no, I'm not naming Brobnar. This is so bad. All right, I'm gonna name Mars. This is so bad. I don't even know what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna discard 2 cards. Explore the corridors. So for this, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. We'll figure that out. We'll deal with that when we actually can. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Memete. Call of need. Ready and ward each robot creature you may drain in essence instead. Sure, why not? Why not? All right. This guy will reap. This guy will reap. I don't have any artifacts. Super annoying. Okay, I'm gonna play Sanctum. Pop this down for 1. Pop this guy down. I will play Inspiration, ready and use a friendly creature. I will reap. That'll let me use a friendly creature. I will reap. And I will put an enemy creature. So if I try to take it to archives, does it just lose ward if it tries to leave play? Ward prevents against archiving too, right? Not just destroying and damaging. Ward. That's a question I have. Ward. Oh, do I have ward on? Damn it. Mark, anyone know ward? Does ward protect against that too? I'll find the keywords. Ward. When a creature becomes warded, place a ward counter on them. If it would be damaged, destroyed, or leave play. Okay. Damn it. So yeah, I'll just unward this guy. Sure. Or this guy. Actually, sure. I don't know. No, it's gotta be this guy. Oh, so annoying. And then I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna do this one, which will enrage 2 of your creatures. Then each of those creatures captures 1 amber from you. If you do, flip unsolvable puzzle. So they're gonna capture my 2 amber. They're both gonna become enraged, and we're gonna flip. We've solved the puzzle, and we got our first dark essence. Okay, that's not. I was hoping it was the other thing, but it's okay. Ready up. Draw 1, 2, 3. Deep probe. Okay. Never really gone. Play the Grim Reaper from an adventure discard pile or purge zone. Gains an amber. Draws a card. Plays the card. Dark lamp. Okay. Junk restoration. Fully heal all these dummies. Okay. Draw a card. Play the card. And tribute collector. Oh, come on. All right. Grim Reaper, unfortunately, is already at the point where it can reap and get an essence. Literally, I feel like that was what, turn 2? Turn 3? Turn 2, right? Already taken an essence. I don't know what my luck is here, but this is crazy. This guy will reap. Destroy one of my artifacts. They're done. Draw 2 cards. Serenity now. All right. Now what? I could stun their whole line. Gain 2 amber. Oh, I could stun 2 of them with this. Go Brobnar. Man, this is all garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Brobnar. Opponent loses an amber. War chest. Tremor. I'll stun. Those guys. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I put him there. All right. I don't think I should throw this way to use this guy. He'll just be fighting, and it doesn't really do much. Kind of want to use him to fight locations, but Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's Bulwark. Yeah, buddy. That's why I moved this guy. I was hoping to get him, but all right. Oh, this idiot. Okay. Oh, the singing scythe. Get out of here. And Shadies. All right, stun, stun, stun. And reap. Discard 2 cards from your archives. Yeah, I don't have archives. Get out of here. Get out of here. Draw 2. Okay, back to our turn. I think we go Sanctum. I don't know. I'm thinking that's the play. I'm thinking that's the play right now. Because we need to get protection beside our Zookeeper. Because he's forced to fight because of Enrage, right? Throw that down. Choose a house. Stun each creature from that house. No, let's not do that yet. We'll save it for last. We'll go Virtuous Works. That will gain us 3 amber, right? And we're going to spend 3 amber to get the top card of the mansion deck, was a pile of junk. If you have 3 or more amber, lose 3 to flip pile of junk. I don't think we'll be doing that right now. And then that flips, right? Okay, we could discard 2 cards, but I don't want to do that. Yep, let's go Blinding Light. Stun, 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 stun. I'll choose House Gormengeist. Stun, stun, stun. Stun, stun, stun. For the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1. I don't think that's worth playing. Can I get the stupid Grim Reaper out of play here? I could fight. This doesn't help me. No, I only have 1 guy to fight with. And that's only 3 damage. It's not enough. Not enough. Yeah, I'll just discard this card. I don't want to play it. They're just going to steal my amber anyway. And this guy, if he fights, how is he going to do this? Could he kill any of these guys? This one he could fight. Sure. I'll fight. He takes 2 and gets rid of the ward on this guy. I don't know, it's something. Not really what I'm looking for. Could capture one, but still they're gonna steal 2 anyway. I kind of want this. Oh, yep. All right, ready up. Steal the amber at the end of my turn. Oh, here we go. Oh, buddy, orbital bombardment is lining up. Alrighty. But hopefully I don't rip my hand apart. I don't think that guy's out yet. Are we haunted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the discard. Not haunted yet. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Return to rubble. Play if you're haunted. I'm not haunted, so we can't even do it. So it's just going to take an amber, right? Play if you're haunted. Destroy each creature and artifact, then shuffle your discard pile on your deck. Yeah. None of this happens, right? Because I'm not haunted. So all it does is gain them an amber. But man, wiping the board actually does not look too bad. I kind of wish I was haunted maybe there. But I think we were able to clear some of the board in a second, hopefully. My God. I also should think of pushing the grand staircase if we do clean up the board a bit to get that going. And we rush. I just don't have a second Dark Essence lined up yet. Maybe there's one in here, but I doubt it. All right, our turn. We're going Mars, right? Oh, yeah, these are all gone. Gone. Okay, yep, they used up all their stun. All right. Mars. Yes, let's try it. I think we're good, right? So we're going to go Orbital Bombardment, number 1. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each revealed card this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. You may choose a different creature each time. So we gain amber. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 Mars cards. So that's 8 damage, 2 at a time. I'll do 6 of it to the Grim Reaper. He leaves his battle line, goes to the archives. This stupid scythe will go away. Then I'll do 2 more to, I don't know, just this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. All right. And then Orbital Bombardment number 2. I'll reveal 3 cards. That's 6 more damage. Let's go with 4 here. And we'll put 2. Actually, we'll just get rid of this guy. Because I know they heal up so much, so I kind of just want to put damage where it's going to be gone and not leave it sitting because they always seem to heal, which is annoying. So kill them. Don't leave them damaged. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to stick it where they don't like it? We're going to play this for for a 3rd amber, sorry. Choose a house. I'm going to choose House Gormengeist. And just so you know, that it's literally going to play a card that's going to bring him back in play. You'll see, watch. Like literally that's going to troll me. So I got my 3rd amber. I'm going to go in his hand. House Gormengeist. Each creature gets discarded. So both these creatures are discarded. I'm going to put this one over top of him so he doesn't come right back into play. Look what it's doing. This is going to come out and shuffle the discard pile in. Oh no, he could come back real fast that way, right? I need another way to discard that. Damn it. Damn it. At least he'll go back in the deck. Maybe he'll go right to the bottom. But he'll have a way to come back soon, I'm sure. All right. Oh, I forgot to play. No, that's right. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. Yeah, Hypnotic Command, I shouldn't have bothered with that. I needed the damage, I think. So Dominator enters play stun. Like I have Hypnotic Command, but I don't think it would have been smart to play that. I'd rather have the damage, right? But I could have used it to get a bunch of Amber. But I think it's still good what I did. I could still pitch these 2 cards to get another location. That's maybe what I do, right? Or I could just capture. I mean, capturing wouldn't be bad either. It would slow them down, right? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Now here's the question. No, maybe I don't do that. Because I could fight with this guy safely against a location. Yeah, let's not do that. I instead am going to discard 2 cards to flip this and get another location to play. I am then going to fight with this guy against this location. He doesn't get hit back, so it's a safe way to kind of like just let him do a little damage. Although he will be stunned. But at least now he could reap in the future maybe. I could use friendly Sanctum creatures right now, actually. Yeah, I'm going to pop Sigil of Brotherhood with an Omni. Let's... Let's reap here. And then we'll get to use a non-Sanctum creature. And I will fight... I'll fight this guy. Okay. And then I can use Bulwark still. I don't want to flip anything yet because I can't take a second Dark Essence, but it could be a nice tool. It could be an enemy. It could be something bad. So I don't want to do that right now. What I think I'll do is just fight this guy here, 4 damage here, which goes through his armor, and then he deals 2 back, but it gets blocked, right? Get the board under control a bit. That feels good. I will lose. Should I do the Grand Stairway yet? It will bring the Grim Reaper back. I don't want to do that yet. So let's instead... I'll just get rid of 3 and we'll flip and get another location in, another room, glowing portal. So now we have like many options wherein we need to pick something. I don't know. There's got to be another Dark Essence in there somewhere, you know? Just get them in play. They're going to siphon this at the end of my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll go to their turn. Something for later. Shuffle the adventure, discard pile in the adventure deck. Then it archives 3 cards. It's going to get an amber for that. Okay, we'll resolve this. So all the bad cards are going right back in. This will be the new discard pile. Oh my god. This is awesome and stressful, and I love it. I love this one. This is the best adventure one. They're all cool, but this is the coolest. I love this one. Even though I'm getting my butt kicked sometimes, it's just so fun. I love this whole exploring, looking for stuff, and the discovery. It's so fun. Every time you play, just this deck is nutty. It can just explode on you. It's crazy. All of them can do that. All the adventure decks can sometimes just fire off and go bananas, and you can't do anything about it, but you get used to it. You start learning what it can do and getting used to the cards that can come out, and just playing it over and over again, you can build up. But again, you can play it on easy if you're like playing a deck or that doesn't really handle it and still have fun. I've not played this on easy to know how easy it is, but I'm sure I would win at least half my games if I did that, but I don't know. I like trying to solve the puzzle. I like treating it like Dark Souls and getting my ass kicked 100 times. But okay, shuffled in, archive 3 cards, right? 1, 2, 3. This guy's gonna, he's prey, my least powerful flank creature. Oh, I didn't realize this guy was gonna get tanked. I should have understood that. That's okay. Least powerful flank creature. Yeah, I probably still want to do it this way. So he's gonna fight, take 3 damage. And then this guy fights. Yep. Yeah, nothing to stop that. Okay, okay. It's a thing. All right. And then they're going to draw 2 more cards at the end of turn for its future archives. Ready up. All right. Oh, Mark says, I suggest easy mode if you're playing with new players. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have 3 players a lot on KeyForge night, so we play these rather than Royal Rumble type mashup. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. I never heard of this game before until the stream of the box of goodies. Yeah, see, Mitch, this, if you're just a board gamer, if you're not into like collectible card games, like, you know, Magic, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, all these collectible card games have been coming out since the mid-90s, or know of Richard Garfield and the creator of Magic the Gathering, you probably wouldn't have been paying attention when Fantasy Flight Games worked with him to come up with this game. But this game was a big deal, and I think it was 2018. But again, there's like, again, when I say like just a board gamer, I just mean you like focus on one segment of the hobby, which I'm just a board gamer and just a card game player. I don't play role-playing games. I don't play miniature war games. I don't paint miniatures. There's like so many aspects of tabletop gaming hobby. And this rabbit hole, this collectible card game, competitive card game, tournament card game, whatever the hell you want to call it, living card game, so many of these competitive card games, there's a bajillion. So I can understand why you maybe never heard of it if you're not paying attention to them. But if you're like, you know, if you're in the scene of if you play Magic weekly or you're playing Pokemon with your kid, you'll eventually have heard of KeyForge along the road because you'll bumped into some other competitive card game player that changed games or came from another game. And that's how I hear about the games, is by, you know, playing with certain card game fans, and then they leave and move on to another game. Or I'm playing a game and they come in and go, hey, have you seen the new card game that's coming out? And I might go play that instead, or also at the same time. And so I'm always interested in these card games. I love the tournament competitive aspect of it. I love trying to learn it to a high level. But man, the fact that they came out with this casual stuff, and you can still just play casual KeyForge, the casual in this game is second to none. Second to none. Again, the best part about KeyForge is when you get a starter deck, like by opening any product in the game and getting a fully built deck, that deck could be of world-class level, or it could be trash, and anywhere in between. But when you open a starter deck, a starter learning deck from Magic or Pokemon or Flesh and Blood or whatever, those are garbage. Those are meant to only be played against other starter decks. They will never win anything for you. Those are meant to make you want to buy more cards, which KeyForge can do too. If you open crappy decks and you open one good deck, you might want to keep opening decks to try to find more good decks. It's still the gambling dopamine addictive hit is there. But again, for like getting into a card game, the fact you can just come into KeyForge, buy a deck, it's built, you can't change it, sort of, except for that one tournament format. But you could just buy these decks, open them up, and you could have amazing quality decks that you could roll right into your tournament with and still hold your own against other players in that tournament, which is amazing to me. You don't need to learn deck building. You don't need to learn the meta. Eventually playing, you'll learn the meta as you play, but you don't need to go to your secondary market. You don't need to go to your card game store. You don't need to be searching online trying to buy secondary cards, buy 3 sets of cards that cost $300 to get in your deck because you need those cards in your deck or you stand no chance in the tournament. None of that exists. It does exist. Sometimes you need certain cards, but there's always a deck out there that could just like upset the stuff, which is cool. Yeah, super fast too, says Mark. You just rip, you shuffle, you play. I love it, man. I've been there and experienced that where I've been sitting there about to start a tournament at my local game store. The owner comes over and says, Rob, here is this guy named John and this guy named Joe and this girl named Jessie. I don't know, I'm just naming up names. Literally has happened to me multiple times where I get introduced to a couple of players and they're like, Rob, before the tournament starts, do you mind teaching these guys KeyForge real quick? They want to buy a couple decks and play in the tournament. And I say, yeah, sure. You guys got a half hour? Let's do it. And I literally set them up. They crack open their decks. I show them how it works. And then they're ready to play in the tournament. And they play. And they win some games. And they have fun. And then they're there every week after for like a year. Like it happens so many times. Yeah, so like it's crazy how you know, like you step away from another game and you come back to it and you got to like collect cards and find the meta and find cards that are legal. All decks are legal in KeyForge pretty much. And this is why I hate the way they did the Unchained decks, because I can't say blanket statements like that anymore. They're diluting the game and I feel like they could ruin the game by doing that. Unchained decks and those tournament special decks and all this kind of stuff. That stuff needs to stop. It's cool for the hardcore, but it's going to hurt the long term of the game, I think. But anyways, I love how in general you can just grab any deck from any set and play in any tournament, and any casual tournament, casual at your kitchen table, high level tournament, whatever, and it all works. It all just works for some reason. It's crazy. It's crazy. And even though you think your deck might not be great, it could be great in a lot of matchups that people aren't expecting. So some of these low SAS decks, they can come in and upset things sometimes because people aren't playing decks that answer them and things, which is neat. But yeah, there's still the meta, there's still the chase of cards, but the fact you can just come in and you have a working deck, you don't need to hunt down cards to build a legal deck is so like respecting of my time and gets you into the game. But some people don't like that. Some people love the chase, love the building decks, you know, love the brewing and all that stuff. But I like brewing from my collection and deciding which deck I'm going to bring, you know? Like that's the brewing I like to do, not modifying it. But yeah. Nice. All right, cool. Okay, where were we? I don't even know what we're doing. So it's our turn, I think, right? Because I have a hand of cards. I want to play them. They drew up. They're going to have a crazy turn next turn. And the Reaper's probably hiding in there. So I kind of want to hit this stairway. I am haunted, right? Yeah, see, Mitch, again, I'm trying to be honest. Like, it is addictive, just like a competitive card game is, you know, with booster packs and rares and all that stuff. There are rares. This right here, this card is a common. I can tell that. It's from the Call of Archon set because that symbol. It's card number 233 from the set. And it's common because it has a circle. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on the term. This one, for example, is uncommon. There's a diamond there, okay? I don't have any. Do I have a rare here? Yes. This card, this is a rare, okay? So this Sanctum Guardian, he's not in many decks. So you will see people, for example, maybe not this guy, but will be like, I'm looking for a Sanctum Guardian deck. Those are the meta. I love Sanctum Guardian. I love decks built around him. They usually play kind of like this, or he goes great with this other faction. So there is that chase of trying to find rare decks with certain rare cards in them that play certain ways with certain other houses. That is a thing. And the cool part is you could own a Sanctum Guardian deck and another Sanctum Guardian deck with different houses, and they both play completely different, which is awesome. Like, it's so cool. So yeah. But yeah, there is rares, uncommons, or special cards from previous sets, future sets. It gets crazy with the crap that is in these decks that make them unique and that people chase and stuff. It's really cool. Oh yeah, this goes here and this goes here. I'm messing with my board state here. Yeah, like the horsemen. Yeah, the 4 horsemen. Yeah, that's the other deck. Yeah, Mavericks that are in the wrong house. The anomalies. the enhanced cards. There's so many cool things that make a deck unique. So it's like you just open a deck and you look at the deck list and you're like, oh man, that's cool. It has this card, or this card that shouldn't be in this faction, or this card from a future set is in my deck, or this card has some extra draw card icons on the side that it normally wouldn't have in any deck, or it's an evil twin of another deck that's out there, you know? It's crazy. Crazy the stuff they've done. But it's so fun. So fun. All right. Yeah, what are we doing? We need to do this Grand Stairway. They're gonna forge soon if the Reaper comes back. If I do the Grand Stairway, I think that brings the Reaper back no matter what. I'm pretty sure. But I only want to do the Grand Stairway if we can defeat this guy and break the seal, which we need to do like much damage. So I'm going to do Sanctum turn, I think. Yes. Let's go Sanctum. And we'll go... we'll throw the Sanctum Guardian for taunting to protect this guy. We'll throw Gatekeeper here. Gorm of Olm for when those artifacts show up, which we've been kind of lucky with artifacts today. That's the one thing we've been lucky with. Not so much with creatures and actions. Okay. Now, Bulwark. What are you going to do, buddy? I think Bulwark just fights this dummy, right? And he's got 2 armor, so only 3 gets through. I defeat this guy, which I'm sure he'll come back into play. And then I'm going to use this to heal 3 damage from Bulwark. Yes, yes, yes. Not the craziest turn, but we're building up. Hopefully, I mean, maybe that time card comes up and flips this automatically on me, and then I don't have to worry about spending Amber on it. Yeah, taunt. These guys got taunt. No, this guy just has +2 armor. He's +2 armor. This guy's the taunt guy. Okay, yep. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Shadies. They call me. All right. Junk Restoration. Fully heal each robot creature. I have a robot, but he's not damaged. Okay. 1 Amber. Draw a card. Never really gone. Oh, no. Oh, he's not in the discard pile of the Purge Zone, right? So he doesn't come back, actually. But it's drawing out on me. Tribute Collector. All right. The Grim Reaper is back. He's back. Power Supply. Here comes the artifacts. Each barricade gets +2 armor. You must pay 1 Amber to explore an obstacle in addition to all other costs. That's the one I want to destroy with this. I hate that one. And Mehmet. All right. That's it for their turn, though, because they're all exhausted. That doesn't do anything right now. Draw 2. Ready up. Our turn. So this guy's going to drain next turn unless we can deal with him. What are we doing? What are we doing? I need to... I think I hit the Grand Stairway, right? I need 3 Amber for that, though. And I don't see a way to get that other than Sanctum Reap, 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 which is lame. I need, like, the card that has the 3 Amber on it. Virtuous Works. I've only seen one. There's another one coming. But if I could play that on the same turn that I flip this and then fight the next thing, that could be amazing. So I should build up for that if I can. Oh yeah, this is an Omni, so I can destroy that right now. Okay, okay. I think I'll go Mars, actually. Yeah, I'll go Mars. Let's do EMP. No, Mars, and then I'll do this Omni. Sacrifice this to destroy this. Okay. Let's get rid of the stun on this guy. I'm going to EMP blast. Gains me an amber. Each Mars creature. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize Mars creatures were stunned also. Each Mars creature and each robot creature is stunned. So they're already stunned. Then these guys get stunned. And then it says destroy. Each artifact is destroyed. So then I will just exhaust these guys, get rid of their stuns. And then... Oh, this guy's a taunt. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yep. One. Oh, hold on. Should I be discarding to get another location? I don't need any of these, really. Brett, how's it going? Thank you for the super chat. Brett says, I have no idea what's going on, but I enjoy watching. Brett, thank you so much. You're too kind. I appreciate you watching, even though you have no idea. I know. In the first, if you look in the playlist after the stream, go watch the Rise of the Keyraken one, my first KeyForge Adventures stream I did like a week or two ago. I explain more how KeyForge works in that video. This, I'm just playing and showing off this scenario. So you got to kind of know KeyForge already. But there is a Watch It Played video teaching KeyForge that is still relevant to understand basically what's going on. That's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes or something, that you could learn what's happening in the stream to watch it later, or watch the next KeyForge streams, or watch the past KeyForge streams. It's not that complicated of a game. There's some quirks, but you can learn them in like 20, 30 minutes. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I just don't want to explain it every single stream, but otherwise it'll just get too long. But yeah. All right. I think I'm just debating. Do I toss 2 cards? I think so, right? Yeah. I'm going to toss 2 cards. We'll flip, and we'll get another locked door. I don't know if I need it, but I'm just going to put it there. So I have another thing I could fight or do if I need to, and then I can draw more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, looks like Mars is the play again, maybe. All right, they're going to steal this. Okay, they're going to draw cards. What's this one? Destroy each of your creatures with amber on it. You may drain an essence instead. Oh, no. Not my zookeeper. I think I have to let him get killed, though. I don't want... Oh, yeah, I can't drain the good essence yet, so yeah. Okay, gets an amber for playing the card. This is crazy. And then draws another one. Play the other one. Oh, the singing scythe. No. Yep. Draw another one. Harvest skimmer on Verad. Okay. All the stuns will go away. Nothing happens. They ready up. Yeah, this is rough. All right, we can't dilly-dally anymore. This is a game punishes you for being slow. And this is nuts. All right. Okay. I think we're going Mars. I don't think I do ammonia clouds, though. That's kind of kind of bad. I would lose these two guys. But it's so good with the armor. I would only kill one guy. The rest would be damaged, but I think, yeah. I think I'm just going to discard Ammonia Clouds. Actually, I'll hold it for now. I could discard it maybe with the other effect. All right. Let's go Mars. Let's do Dominator for 9 juicy fighting damage. No, let's pump through this. Can we get through that? Yes, I think we can. If we reap with these two guys, yeah, I think we can. Let's get 3 Amber. Let's get the staircase going, I think. It's bad, but let's do it. Yeah, we have to rush. We have to rush. No more dilly-dallying. Okay. All right, so we'll go reap. The next Mars creature you play this turn enters play ready. This guy's ready. Reap. You may archive a friendly creature or artifact from play. I could take this come into play effect. Yeah. And then he gets protection. Okay, Zorg is going to enter play, stunned. And then we'll reap here. Ready a non-agent Mars creature. I want it to be this guy to get rid of the stun faster, but I don't think that's the play right now. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 Amber. I am haunted. I have 10 or more cards in my discard pile. Oh, no, Mark. No, I don't have interest in RPGs in general. No. No. Not RPG guy at all. I don't mind reading like RPG books for story and lore, but like I have to play too many games to get into all the lore of all the stories and stuff. And this universe is just fun and silly, but I don't really care about it more than just the card game. All right. How about you? All right, do you play it? Do you like it? Is it quality? Did they screw it up? Is it still in print? All right, so 3 Amber, and I'm haunted. I'm gonna flip the Grand Stairway. Beargeist, play. Put Sealed Odium and all Gormengeist clock cards into play. Play the Grim Reaper from the Adventure deck. Archives, discard pile, or purge zone. So this is how you get them back. Won't you join us for supper? Okay, so this one's out of play. I'm going to slide all these down. And then all these set aside cards are going to come into play. So this is the important one. Remember, on this card it says, if this is in play or Grand Stairway, we are not allowed to have Dark Essence siphoned. So we need to get through this card. Why? I want to focus. Sealed Odium's powers equal to 10 times the number of players. Destroyed, flip it. So we need to break this seal. It's only 10 for us because we're solo, but we need to get that out of play so Dark Essence can be siphoned. And then there's these clocks. These are so annoying. So this now adds an ongoing effect to Grim Reaper enters play ready. We could destroy this clock. We got the non-stop alarm clock. The Grim Reaper gains elusive, and this one's 4 to defeat. And then this is the worst one of all. The Gormengeist draws 2 additional adventure cards every turn. So this is the second act. This is what I was talking about where the game gets sped up, the difficulty gets nutty, and you be ready to push. Or maybe fight some of these things to kind of slow it down a bit. But that's, yeah, I'm ready to kind of push. It's what I'm trying to do here and be sneaky on the same turn. So they all come into play. We already know the Grim Reaper's in play. We don't need to bring them back into play. And then now I'm going to use the Dominator to fight for 9 against this. And remember, they don't, because it's a room, it doesn't deal damage back. So he just, he's nice. And then that's why I readied this guy up. So he can do final 1 damage needed. And now, at least, when the essence gets siphoned, we can do Dark Essence. Each player destroys a friendly creature and a friendly artifact for each essence in their pool. So unfortunately, it punishes you if you're doing well. So because I have 1, 2, 3 essence, it's just any essence, right? Yep. I have 3 essence. I need to destroy 3 creatures and 3 artifacts, but I don't have any. So yeah, that's annoying. And yeah, I'll just discard that. What's in here again? Sanctum. No, I could keep this. I don't have the amber though. No, let's get rid of it. All right, I don't know who to destroy, but this sucks. Do I keep just Mars going and get rid of these guys? I think I just leave the big boys in play, right? And let these guys fight the big boys and just hopefully take a lot of damage and die. Oh man, I hate doing that. That sucks. All right. One, two. Oh, we shuffle. Now we're not haunted. We're not haunted for now. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, 2 extra cards a turn they get too. I have to find another Dark Essence like fast also. But I have to wait for this one to go first. Oh my god. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. We need 1 more card. Oh, Blinding Light. Choose a house, stun each creature of the house. Okay, that could be helpful to buy us some time. Alright. Here we go. Pain Train. Oh, this guy. We haven't seen him yet today. It's like a giant transformer robot thing. Webster. He's got taunt. He enters play to the immediate right of the Grim Reaper, so he protects him. So anybody who's adjacent to him that doesn't have taunt, I can't fight them. I must fight this guy. Okay. Touchstone. After Reap, ward an enemy robot not already warded. If you are haunted, repeat the preceding effect. Oh, get out of here. Get the heck out of here. Oh yeah, this guy's exhausted. He's exhausted. He's exhausted. He's exhausted. Jacob, how's it going? Dropping in to give a like and making myself known. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good day. My day's okay. If I can win, it'll be better. But so far, we're getting our butt kicked. We're getting our butt kicked. Okay, this guy, Prey. He wants to fight your least powerful flank creature. After fighting, he wants to destroy a non-Gormengeist upgrade, but I don't have upgrades, so get out of here. My least powerful flank creature. That would be this guy. So he runs into him for 5. Oh, no, but he can't because this guy's taunt. So he actually hits this guy who has +2 armor. So only 2 gets through. Okay, and he's dead. This guy says Reap. Oh, he's going to discard cards from my archive. I mean, that's the price of doing battle, I guess. Okay, he's discarded from my archive. The Grim Reaper Jerkface is going to reap. And then he's going to check if he has enough amber equal to the current key cost to try to siphon. Let me check. Yeah, he has enough amber because he just needs to spend 6. And he will siphon this Dark Essence because there is no, let me just double check. Grand Stairway's gone and Seal of Odium are gone. So I can now have Dark Essence be drained. Okay, so if I can get one more Dark Essence on the Amalgamator, I will destroy it and win. I don't have another Dark Essence. I can only hold one at a time, but maybe there's another one hiding under one of these locations, in this pile of junk, maybe in this derelict machine, maybe in this glowing portal. I don't know. Maybe they're in the deck. Maybe there's none out here. I definitely know there's none in these clocks. Maybe one in this locked door. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know what to do, but I need to start panicking and doing this stuff. Then we have Reap. Destroy one of my artifacts. I don't have any. If you are haunted, I am not. So this guy will just reap. And then discard the top 3 cards of my deck. And then this guy will fight my most powerful creature. Before that, he captures one from his own side. And my most powerful creature is the Dominator, right? Who has a bonus 2 armor. And he's coming at him for 6 because he gets +1 for each amber on him. So 6 comes in, subtract 3, 3 gets through, but 9 comes back and obviously smokes this fool, and I get an amber out of it. Yeah, look at the board. Like, even though some guys are dying, it's not enough. Not enough. But if I can find another Dark Essence, we're golden. I still have 2 Essence buffer, but still. All right, ready up. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy's effect. Ah, shoot. Hold on. Yeah, so before those 3 cards were discarded, I was supposed to do the Singing Scythe, which would discard the top card, which is Brobnar. I would have to purge a Brobnar creature, but I don't have one. Then I would have 3 cards discarded off the top of the deck. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my pile, halfway to Haunted. They will ready up. This guy's taunt. And they're going to archive 2 extra cards at the end of the turn because of the stupid grandfather clock. Oh, which does siphon 1. Oh yeah, these siphon more amber from me also, which I usually never have any at the end of the turn. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 amber would be siphoned from me at the end of every round. At the end of every turn of my turn. So spend it or don't create it. It's basically what you got to do. So again, why I could never play the Khalifi Dragon. He's just in here as a throwaway. I don't think it'll ever line up. All right. What do we do? So I either need to fight this thing and get stunned to see what's on the back of that. I could get rid of 3 amber to look through the pile of junk. I could destroy one of my creatures from the current house to look at the portal. Or I could fight the locked door for 3 and see what's behind there. I'm thinking the portal. Either the portal or the lock. No, the machine. Portal or the machine, maybe. I think I have to go Sanctum, though. Yep, Sanctum. Play Blinding Light, choose a house, stun each creature of that house. No, save that. I always do that. Don't do it yet. I gotta wait. I'll wait on all these. Let's fight some stuff or something. Let's try to bust in maybe, oh, the grandfather clock, actually. Stop them from drawing 2 cards a turn. But I mean, maybe I want, if I can find an essence, we're good. So let's do this. Let's go with okay, let's fight here. We'll get stunned. Please be Dark Essence. Nope. It's a fly. It's a robot creature. After Reap, archive 1 adventure card. Oh, that's so bad. So he goes right to the battle line, ready. Oh no, that was a bad one. Okay. We're in desperation. I don't know. Let's just YOLO it. I'm going to play Virtuous Works. Gain 3 amber. I'm going to spend 3 amber. And let's look in the pile of junk. Oh my god. Archive the top card of your deck. Another Virtuous Works. Okay, sure. This is so bad. Ugh. All right, I'm going after the lock for 3 damage. Oh my god, stop. Play the Grim Reaper from the adventure deck. Archive, discard a Purge Zone. Fully heal a Grim Reaper, then ready it. He's already ready. These are all garbage. Glowing Portal. Please, please be the one. I'm going to destroy, I don't know who. Sanctum Guardian, maybe? Yeah, Sanctum Guardian I'm going to destroy. Serenity now. All right. I'm destroying the Sanctum Guardian from the current house to flip the portal. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I was worried if that wasn't one, then we're going to have to try to search. I don't have enough amber. We'd be screwed. Because I could look through other than the deck. Oh my god. Okay. So we have essence. I think we're good. I think we're good, right? I don't even want to stun them now, right? Yeah, I don't even want to stun them. Because I want him to try to forge a key and I win, right? Yeah. Stun away, buddy. I think. I'll hold it just in case. All right. That's my turn. Let's see, though. Gain Skirmish. Okay, whatever, man. Harvest Skimmer. Sure. Infiltrator. He'll come to my side. Sure, you can go here. I will just... All right, it says they gain an amber. If I'm haunted, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not haunted. Let it just drain my essence, but I can't. This is why I should have discarded more cards. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Now, this guy will reap and discard 2 cards from my archive. This guy, Grim Reaper, and then he will forge a key for 6, which drains my essence. And I clogged up the vacuum cleaner with 2 dark essence, or the gramophone, or whatever this thing's called. I know it's not a vacuum cleaner, but you know what I mean. When the amalgamator has a number of dark essence attached to it equal to the number of players plus 1, it's destroyed, and the players win the game. Yay! Dragon time. I can't play the dragon in this deck. I told you it was a dead card. I'll never have 7 essence ever, or 7 amber ever on a turn. I have to like combo it with, the idea is with this deck to combo it with the war chests, where you get these guys out and you build up a crazy turn with Sanctum and Brobnar creatures. Okay. You put 2 of those out, you play them, you action them on a Brobnar turn, But remember, you have this, which you can use Omni on a Brobnar turn to use all your Sanctum creatures. And then your Sanctum creatures go crazy fighting. And basically, all your Brobnars fight, all your Sanctum fight, they destroy a bunch of creatures, and then you get a ton of Amber, and then you play your dragon. Or in a multiplayer game, you just reap like crazy, build it up, play victory. You play these cards too, right? All you do is play Virtuous Works. You know, you play 2 of these before, or 1 at least, get kind of like Amber built up, and then when you get to your next turn with Brobnar, you hope to like reap with 2 of them to get the 7 Amber you need, and then drop in the dragon. But it's hard with everyone stealing your Amber and all. Yeah, this scenario, they steal so much Amber, you can't do it. Like, the dragon drew me to the deck, but never play the dragon. But all the other cards in the deck gave me the tools I need to like stun and get rid of the Grim Reaper and play big bodies and armor to survive and keep my board around, and archive hate, or not archive hate, artifact hate. So yeah, the dragon in this scenario, but I mean, it could be something fun to try, but it's like so many things have to line up. This scenario will not let you play the dragon. It's like it's built so you can never build up Amber. And if you are building up Amber, you're not exploring the mansion and you're falling behind. So you like need to be spending it. But we win. So what does it say happens? Conclusion 2, the players win. My theory was correct. The dark essence overwhelmed the machine. A surge of dark energy rushes into the amalgamator, and suddenly the music stops. Moments later, the floor of the odium collapses, and all within plunge into a craterous ruin. The sinister force has been defeated. Those who survived the terrors of the Gormengeist mansion are finally free to escape dark influence and return to a greater realm of the Crucible. Now read the epilogue in the end of the rulebook. So I wanted to show you this. There's a prologue. Sets up the whole story. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. And then there's more story continues. So there's more story. Okay, then we get into the rules. Okay, the rules aren't that bad. They're really clear. They cover a lot of questions. It's awesome. The rules are great. Very well done. And then the epilogue, which I'm not going to read. But it's like somebody wrote this all out. I'm sure they're from the RPG department who writes KeyForge RPG story lore stuff. Right here, probably. No, maybe not. I don't know who. Christian T. Peterson did the story. This guy's like millionaire CEO of the company, and this guy's writing story. Okay, cool. I don't know if he's a millionaire, but he's like the publisher, the head of the company, former owner and creator of Fantasy Flight Games. The whole reason I got into this hobby is because this guy's genius mind and the crap he put together. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Cool. Oh, my mic is cutting in and out? Uh-oh. That's not good. Battery dying? No, we're still good. You might be right. There might be interference. So we probably should wrap up the stream soon. It might have been. I might have been bumping it too. I might have hit it and it made it be silly. Tour numbers. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I know the names on the cards are hilarious. Like, it's very tongue-in-cheek. I like it. But yeah, I'm glad we didn't see a lot of what's hidden in the clocks, so you guys don't know. And a lot of the locations. See, I was like, opening locations I thought were good, and they turned into bad things, which is so fun and so annoying at the same time. But yeah, really cool scenario. Really cool scenario. I like it a lot. So I've played it like 14 times now or something, or 13 times, and I still would love to play more. I still would play more even with the same deck. I would take it against this thing multiple times. It's such a fun little scenario puzzle. And every time you play, it could be going fast, could be going slow, prioritize this. Every round is like stressful. You're like, what do I focus on? Do I focus on the creatures? Do I focus on the mansion? There's the balance of you can't just hoard Dark Essence. You can only hold one at a time per player. So even if I flipped another location and found some, it would flip right back, but at least I would know it's there. And so that's beneficial, but then I gotta pay the cost twice, which is not good. There are tools, there's good cards. Like I found one that let me peek at the back of mansion cards one every turn. And that helped me a lot. Those were the games where I was like, it felt like I had a chance to win more. But I didn't always win when I got that. That's keep leaving play. So even though you get it, you think you have it for the game, but it takes it away. Yeah, really cool scenario. KeyForge Adventures. Follow the Gormengeist. My favorite one so far. Very well done. They definitely have learned from the other two scenarios. They definitely have learned from now 7 sets of KeyForge or whatever. I think set 7 is the new set that's going to come out. That this is the theme from it. The Grim Reminders or whatever. So yeah, seeing some of the art in this. I'm assuming this is the faction, right? Action coming in the next set. I bet it's going to be these robot guys, these Spectre robots. I have a feeling. I don't know enough about it. I haven't really been paying attention, but this is like a preview of the mechanics and stuff coming in the new set that'll be out like, I don't know, probably later this year, maybe next year. I don't know. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's really cool. That's crazy. I mean, I kind of crushed it a little bit, but it's like, yeah, I saw that first game. Crazy. Anyways, I got to get out of here. We have another stream coming in 3.5 hours that I got to do a little bit of prep for. It is, or more prep, I should say. We're going to be talking about KeyForge, or no, not really. Maybe it might come up. Gen Con, I should say. Gen Con, part of our planning for Gen Con live stream question and answer info kind of session for our community. So that's happening tonight. So I got to compile all my tips and tricks and information of Gen Con, talk a little bit about Gen Con, which is not where I played KeyForge the first time, actually. Yeah, that's the one Gen Con I didn't go to, I think, because of work. I had to miss it, and that's when they announced Gen Con and gave away free decks of KeyForge, and I missed out on it. But I got into the game later in a couple months when it came to my local game stores, which was awesome. Yep. Yeah, it was 2018, I think, right? 2018 when KeyForge launched. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, basically the fall of 2018. That's how long KeyForge has been around for. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Time freaking flies, man. Especially when you throw a pandemic in the middle of it. Son of a... Jackal says, I hope I can get this at Gen Con, unavailable anywhere else. The scenario, you mean this? This will be at Ghost Galaxy's booth if they have a booth for sure. But this stuff's all coming to retail in the next month or two, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely coming soon. They posted trailers on their website about that whole set and everything coming out soon. So yeah, I'm sure this will be at retail. I would guess no later than like October, probably. But it's like most backers have got their product around the world, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder. Let me just peek one thing here. I could find something. Actually, August 4th, this is set to come out in Canada. So you have like a week to wait. It comes out next week. At least in Canada, and it's probably the same in the US because we usually get stuff later. Yeah, yeah. This is like the official Asmodee distributor in Canada. August 4th is the current date. It might get delayed. It might not come out, but these dates are pretty accurate. Yeah, and they're considering it a Winds of Exchange time as a new set. So next week you should have stuff in stores for sure. Yeah, yeah, because they put a last week saying the new set's coming very soon or something like that. So yeah, it's probably already like on its way to stores, if not in some stores already. They're just not probably not allowed to sell it till the street date. But yeah, there you go. There you go. So not long to wait. Not long to wait at all. Yeah. So yeah, go to your local game store. They probably can already order you one. But you can. I know you're gonna be at Gen Con next week. So yeah, no point in pre-ordering it if you can just pick it up at the con. But if you're worried, I don't know if Ghost Galaxy's gonna be there for sure. They had a booth last year. Because that is related. Oh, let's go. Gen Con Indie. Exhibitors. They were like back here somewhere. A, B, C, D, E, G. I see them. Ghost Galaxy, booth 2927. Yeah, they'll have it there for sure. They might not have a ton of them, but they'll have it for sure. 2927. So 2927. They're in the back right, right? 2927. Right here. Oh, they have a big booth this time. Yep. They have a big booth right here. Right to the left of Bandai. So like if you lined up at this entrance, you could just literally walk straight here and go grab stuff like right away. Like it's, yeah, you just wait by that entrance. Direwolf. And yeah. Yeah, that's a big booth actually, considering like a lot of publishers in that area only have the tiniest little booths. And they have like a pretty big one. So they're probably gonna have tables to demo games on and stuff. They'll probably have the scenario set up and like teaching it and demoing it and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. But you could just do the same thing the next day or go after. They won't sell out of it the first day. It's not like the new hotness, right? Especially when it's going to be out in stores like the same day, right? August 4th. It's the Friday. So you could Jacko, you could grab it on the first day of Gen Con, but even if you missed it, you could literally go to a local game store probably in Indianapolis and literally buy it the next day when it comes out. Or when you get home. Like it's not a, yeah, no one's gonna be rushing for it. I think you're fine. But yeah. And if you buy it and we're bored in the one night and I have time, no promises of course, I should probably bring a KeyForge. I could just buy a KeyForge deck and we could play. Or you'll have decks and I can play with one of yours if we have time. But no promises. I'm trying to play it go with the flow. I don't know if I'll have free time like that in the evening, but sometimes I do, so we'll see. But yeah, that just means I don't have to bring anything, and it's a game that's super small, super light, and we could play. I don't have tokens. That's the only problem. That's the only problem is not having tokens. Yeah. So never mind. Scratch all day. But I've done that too many times. But maybe we'll see. Yeah, Lorcana's your plan, eh? Yeah, I'm kind of excited to try Lorcana, but I don't think it'll pull me in really. Not a huge Disney fan or anything. But I do want to try it. I want to get some starter decks, but again, I know those starter decks are going to suck, and I know it's going to make me want to buy booster packs to make better decks, and then I'm going to be building decks, and like I don't want to build decks. I don't want to build decks in that game, I don't think. If I want to build decks in a game, I probably would still be trying to get into Flesh and Blood or Star Wars Unlimited coming out next year. Those are the decks that I would actually build decks in, but I have KeyForge too, so I don't really need to build decks to play a competitive card game, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, you're not going. Oh, I thought you were running for it to their booth. I see what you're saying. You're far, far away. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. Yeah, I'm doing the learn to play too. Yeah, so I'll just get a deck there, hopefully. I might still go check out the line for fun, see if I can get video or a stream of it, just to see all the crazies who are trying to kill each other like Black Friday for the cool card game. Not that I've not done that in the past myself. I can't talk. I've been there, done that. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hitting the like button, and I will see you guys in the next stream, which is in a couple of hours. If you want more KeyForge, I plan to play more of it on the channel in the future, depending on reception. If you guys like KeyForge and seeing it on the channel, you know, maybe we'll play more in the future. Maybe we can open up some of the new decks and play around with some Winds of Exchange for fun. I kind of want to do one of those old school streams like we used to do with 6 decks, 3 apiece, and open them and just random decks and play against each other casually on stream one evening. We might do that and try that. So if you're interested in this, share the videos, hit the like button. And yeah, the more people interested in KeyForge on the channel, we'll try to get back into it a little bit. But I don't know how far, though. We'll see. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. And thanks for smashing that little button in the bottom of the chat there, whoever's doing that, all of you. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.